Evan Roberts, Tiki Barber. It's Evan and Tiki on WFAN, The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Greetings, salutations. Welcome into a Wednesday here on WFAN. Evan and Tiki with you for the next 4 hours. We got a lot to talk about. Obviously, we'll get you ready for Game 2 between the Knicks and the 76ers, and we explore how it finally happened. It's been a dream of his entire life. But Tiki Barber is now more hated in the city of Philadelphia than his brother Rondé.
Finally.
It finally happened.
Thank you, Joel. Thank you.
We'll get into all that as the show rolls on. Last night, the New York Yankees did what they do every single day. They won a baseball game. It's how they roll. It's how they've gotten to a 25-11 record. It's how they've won 5 in a row. But sitting there last night at beautiful Yankee Stadium, I came away even more impressed because you play 162 games. You're going to lose games. Like, even the best of best will lose 50 times, 60 times, 70 times. And last night, when young Elmer Rodriguez towed the rubber and he walked the first 2 batters of the game and he gave up a base hit and he hit a batter and he was facing bases loaded, already down 3-0. He'd thrown a wild pitch. He'd hit a batter. I mean, it was just a cavalcade of badness from a young pitcher. Somehow he escaped. And even escaping at 3-0 against Jacob deGrom, it just felt like, Yankees are going to lose.
Right.
And instantly the offense scores a run in the first, 2 in the second. They scrape back and eventually win a baseball game with their bullpen stranding every single person they inherited. The Yankees on a nightly basis.
Including a bases loaded.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. David Bednar coming in for a 5-out save. Like, the Yankees are now routinely just impressing you every single night. And last night was one of those wins that you look at and say, wow, okay.
Right, especially because it's Jacob deGrom on the mound. It's not some schlub who just happens to be making his, I don't know, 3rd start in Major League Baseball. So, look, the Yankees are great this year. They are now tied. Did the Braves win last night?
They did, unfortunately.
So the Braves are a game ahead, or half a game, whatever you want to say it is. But they have the best record in the American League, and they're one of the best teams by win-loss record in all of baseball, and it doesn't feel like it's stopping, right? They've won 15 of their last 17. They're 5 in a row. The only thing we wanted to complain about at the beginning of the season was the bullpen, but no matter what David Bednar does, whether he gives up a triple or he walks the bases loaded, he finds ways to get out of it. So you can't even complain really about the bullpen, where we thought the weakness was. Fernando Cruz has been fantastic. Tim Hill was the only one that had some troubles in this one, but what's their weakness? Like, the only weakness is what we expect to happen in June, because it happens every June.
The June swoon.
But other than that, it's almost like, what do you even say about this team? Ryan McMahon's even hitting.
Yeah.
Now, he's hitting 320 in the last, 12 games.
That was the moment, by the way. I'm sitting there when Ryan McMahon is fouling pitches off and then eventually parks a 2-run home run off of the great Jacob deGrom. That's the moment you look around and say,
that's when you throw your hands up as a Yankee hater that Evan is, or at least a troll. An IBO/troll of the Yankees. You're just like, whatever, I quit. I quit. Give me till June. A month, I'm not going to say jack about the Yankees, because what can you say?
Yeah, I think the only negative, and this has nothing to do with the Yankees, is that the Tampa Bay Rays don't lose games.
Yeah,
so despite the fact that the Yankees have raced out to a 25-11 start, their lead in the American League East is only a game and a half. Now, have they put some major distance between them and what we thought was a real threat in the Toronto Blue Jays? Absolutely. They're 9 games out. Doesn't mean they can't come back, but they're 9 games out. The Orioles are 9 games out. The Red Sox, if you still buy them, are 10 games out. So they have put serious room between them and their other rivals in the American League East. And I think what's scary about the Yankees right now is there are 2 things that haven't happened yet that you assume are just going to get better. Number one is the obvious with the pitchers that are returning. Carlos Rodon is on his way back. His next start will be at the major league level. Elmer Rodriguez has already been sent down. That's good pitching depth to have just in case there are injuries. It's also good depth to have in case you want to trade him for another piece. You also have Garrett Cole, who will eventually come back. It doesn't look like it's going to be anytime soon. There wasn't any kind of setback. He pitched last night, but they're going to take their time with Garrett Cole. Either way, you've got 2 horses returning. And then the other thing, which is kind of nuts, is that you watch the Yankees every day, and it feels like Aaron Judge really hasn't hit his stride yet.
I know. Look, he hits a home run every day, or every other day, it feels like. But I was just looking at his batting average for so many weeks. It's felt like it's just hovering around 230 and just not becoming the Aaron Judge who hit 320 and 50-plus home runs. All of a sudden, it's 370. He's starting to wake up. And Ben Rice goes out. Paul Goldschmidt hits a home run.
Yeah.
It's like they can't do wrong. Now, that's eventually going to cool off at some point. And I don't know who it's going to be. It's likely not going to be Judge because he's heating up. But eventually it won't feel as easy for the Yankees. But it's hard to complain about this Yankee team in any capacity right now.
I have a complaint.
Go ahead.
I have a complaint.
I don't want to hear about the drumsticks.
It has nothing to do with the chicken finger drumsticks, though I did have problems acquiring them last night.
Did.
It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with something Sean said 5 days into the season.
Let's go.
Oh, boy.
And now it's gaining a lot of traction, and I find it deeply offensive. As much as I compliment this Yankee team, believe in this Yankee team, and think this Yankee team is tremendous, right? They're the best team in the American League. No one's arguing that. But 5 days into the season, Sean Morash brought something on the air that, and you'll hear it in my voice because I'll replay it from a month ago. It bothered me to my core because I thought it was taking a good thing. And, of course, like we do in New York, just taking it too far. Like taking something good and just going way too far with it. So I want to take you back to the first few days of April. The Yankees were red hot to start the season. And Sean Morash, of course, needed to compare this Yankee team to a Yankee team of yore.
Shades of the 98 Yankees are starting.
Wow. You go shades of the 98 Yankees.
I know we're going to have a bigger talk about this, and I know it's 5 games. We can at least all admit, as crazy as it sounds, the signs are at least there early for the Yankee team.
For what? Being the 98 Yankees? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
5 games in, Sean.
5 games in, he said.
How the hell would you even know?
Now, what is cut off
they've won
there?
5 in a row now. I mean, what the hell are you talking about?
What is cut off there is, and I know, like, when you play a short clip like that, it sounds hot takey, but there was substance to it. It was the idea that the team was deep. It was the idea that they could roll out multiple aces on any given night and that you could call on, the different kind of bullpen arms that would emerge. But mainly it was the deepness, the deep bench. And you just alluded to it. Ben Rice goes down. Paul Goldschmidt right in. Giancarlo Stanton hasn't played for 2 weeks. They're giving Jason Dominguez runway. The team wasn't deep the last 2 years. It was Aaron Judge and smoke and mirrors, and that was something you could tell early this year.
You can say, and by the way, I want to make it clear, I'm not even that mad at Sean. You'll see why in a second. You can call them really deep, and you can say they're better than they've been in the last 5 years, but it is hyperbolic to say they're the 1998 Yankees. No. It defends me to my core.
But then it was also the idea of, because of coming off losing the World Series and having that ouster last year and bending the knee to the Blue Jays, the focus in spring training, the things you heard.
Yeah.
The Yankees, much like after the 97 abomination, the Yankees were on a mission. And
they lost a brutal series in 97 to Cleveland. They came back on a mission in 98. I understand the comparison.
All of that.
Yeah, and that's what we heard at the beginning of the season with the team leaders, Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton, how every game we have to have focus.
Yeah.
You have to have an intention for every game. So you talk about being on a mission after 97 and then into 98. It feels like that's what this Yankee team of 2025 is talking, or 26, I should say, is talking about. They're on a mission.
I totally understand that. I understand that angle of a comparison. So Sean says that, and I think a lot of Yankee fans even kind of like, boy, that's just too much, bro. We're 5 games into the year. Even now, we're 36 games into the year. Are we really doing 98 Yankee talk? And then something happened last night. And I don't know if you heard it because the game ended, and I had to go back and hear it with my own 2 ears because I heard about it, but I was at the game.
Okay.
And I heard it, and it really bothered me. And I know you respect the guy. We all respect the guy. Joe Girardi, who is not a hot take artist. He is not Sean Morash. Listen to Joe Girardi after David Bednar recorded the final out yesterday on a weak ground ball to Ryan McMahon. Take a listen to this.
This seems to go on every single game. Yeah. Guy gets hits, big hits. Starting to remind me of 98 a little bit, Michael. That's a mouthful. That was a pretty good team with a pretty good ending.
Thank you, Michael. By the way, Michael K., realest guy in the room.
I am a damaged freak.
Because you could hear in his voice.
Yeah, there was doubt. And there was, that's okay. I don't want to co-sign this, but I don't want to dismiss Joe Girardi just saying that. So that was a lot of good things happening that year.
I mean,
he basically dismissed it without dismissing it.
He did. He did what I did.
Yes.
And I think the reason he did it, and look, Joe Girardi played on the 1998 Yankees. I have respect for that. He was in that room. So I understand that he has an experience that none of us have. He was a part of the team. But the 1998 Yankees, that's the greatest baseball team of all time. And I think we can compliment this Yankee team and talk about the mission they're on and the depth of their pitching and their bullpen and their offense. And we can pay them every compliment in the world. We can. And I don't have an issue with it. But don't we have to stop just a little bit short of comparing them to the greatest team of all time?
I mean,
and Sean does it, and now Girardi does it, and it's dry. It's blowing my brains up right now.
I'm going to, because being, I guess, the leader of this is now David Cohn and Joe Girardi. You know, two guys you might know about the 98
David
Yankees.
Cohn has alluded to it as well.
Dave alluded to it as well.
Yes, yes.
We could also...
well, shouldn't you start listening to them then?
No.
Well, this is my point, though. When I say that, when Coney says it, when Joey says it, we all aren't saying that they're going to go win 114 games when we say that. It's just more about the appreciation for the roster and the mission they are on, and that what we are looking at in comparison to what we thought were really good Yankee teams in years past, you could look at it on paper, you could watch it on TV, you could watch it from the stadium, and you could feel it. It feels and looks different. Now, does that mean they're not going to go through a June swoon and we're going to talk about it? I don't know. But the Yankees also in 98, this team got off to a better start than the 98 Yankees did as well. The ingredients are at least there. So if 98 offends you, I'm sorry. 98 is not meant to say 114 wins. It is meant to say this team is special, and they have that special feel early.
Do you remember, all of you, do you remember 2022? Because 2022 is probably, I don't want to say a random season because Aaron Judge obviously hit the 63 home runs, 62 home runs, whatever the hell he did. 62, yeah. They lost in the American League Championship Series. They got swept by the Houston Astros. And I think that season is remembered for a few things. Number one, Aaron Judge had a historic season. Number two, they got swept by the Astros. Right. And number three, the 2022 New York Yankees, I'm not kidding you because I wanted to look it up to remind my memory, was 49-16. They were the 98 Yankees. And I remember even suggesting it on the air and saying, hey, I don't think they're the 98 Yankees, but by God, look at their record. They're at that pace. They're ahead of that pace. And then all of a sudden, that Yankee team in 2022 started to sort of collapse to the point where, yeah, they still won the American League East. They still won 99 games, which overall is a wonderful season. But they actually had a brutal, absolutely terrible August. They were 10-18 in August, which followed a 13-13 July. So they had an extended period of time where they weren't a good team, where they were 8 games under 500. And so while they won 99 games and they got to the ALCS, you guys, I don't want to say you, Tiki,
but baseball? Is it that baseball?
Exactly. So if that's baseball, how can we go that far with this team?
Because you're missing the point again.
What am I missing?
You're so fixated on the record of the 98 Yankees that you wanted to point to that record they had in 2022. It's about how the team looks. We now know, because we've seen in recent history, and this is why we are still giving pause to the idea this team could slump, what the past Aaron Judge Yankees have looked like in recent memory to this team. This roster is just better. And the Yankees...
Yeah, because if Aaron Judge went up in previous seasons had the start that he had, which wasn't fantastic, and there was no Ben Rice, there was no Jazz, there was none of these other guys doing all of these things to win. There was no staff that was as elite as it is.
That's the other part.
Freed and Cam Schlittler, to be specific. Hell, even Ryan Weathers has been fantastic. Right, so without that in previous years, this Yankee team is, 18 and whatever. They've lost 18 and, what are they, 18? They're probably 500, This team without Aaron Judge being elite has been damn good.
And this team could survive 2 weeks with Aaron Judge on the injured list, where they would not have been able to do that in 2022. They just couldn't.
I think all that's fair. But then why do you and Joe Girardi and even David Cohn invoke a great all-time team that deep down this team probably will not get to, because that's one and one. That's a 1-1 team.
If they go and win the World Series, how could I say that we were wrong?
Here's how I would say you were wrong, despite that. And
do you think the Yankees are on track, as sitting right now on, what's today's date, May 6th? Are they on track to represent the American League in the World Series?
1,000%.
Okay, so how can you say he's wrong?
Because
and they're better built to beat the Dodgers than ever before. Too.
Because if I said to you the 2009 Yankees, who won 103 games and won the World Series without even breaking a sweat, when you look at what they did in the postseason against the Twins, the Angels, and I guess they lost game 1 of the Phillies. Outside of that, it was never really a threat. would you compare the 09 Yankees to the 98 Yankees? The answer would be no. You'd say it was a great team. They won a championship. It was awesome. It's my last title. But you would never dare compare it to 1998.
No, because...
Can the Yankees win a World Series? Of course they can. Are they the favorites in the American League? Of course they are.
A different kind of team. The 1998 Yankees, it's funny how we revisionist history. We're not like a star-driven team. Where the 2009 Yankees, they had 1 through 9 was all-stars everywhere. The Yankees were balanced in 98 to go with their great pitching, and that's what this team feels like. Of course, Judge, Jeter, you have the star. But 2009, dude, go back. All 9 of those guys could have been all-star starters. That was not the 98 Yankees. They were a different kind of baseball team.
Yeah, but this team has an all-time great player in Aaron Judge.
Okay.
This team
and
has
so did 98. They had Jeter.
Future Hall of Fame pitcher in Garrett Cole. I mean, they have great players on this team.
It's not, and 98 had great players, but the 2009 Yankees, it was almost like it was like the
you bring in CC, you bring in Tex, you bring in these superstar players.
And
I know
those
what you're
teams
saying.
before that with Giambi did not win. When the Yankees started to quote-unquote buy championships, they never actually bought a championship. 09, they kind of bought a championship. This is not a buying championship kind of team. There's just, and now they spent a lot of money, don't get me wrong.
Sure.
But it's just differently built and balanced, and they could do a platoon at third base and get by. They could survive Ben Rice getting hurt, and here comes the bench with the old veteran like a Darryl Strawberry's Paul Goldschmidt. It's just different.
I just don't understand, and maybe I'm more protective of that team than you are as a Yankee fan, and I don't know how other Yankee fans feel, 888-808-1019, but that's an all-time great team. And do the Yankees, are they capable of winning a World Series this year? Of course, no one's denying that. Are they the best team in the American League? Of course they are. But it's like hyperbolic to take it to that level. They got a lot to prove, man, because what's so difficult about a 162 is maintaining this for 162. They've done a great job through early May, just like the 2022 team did a great job through the middle of June. And then they spent 2 months playing mediocre to bad baseball. Like, baseball is a grinded-out sport, and the 1998 Yankees are unique in that not only did they overcome it, win 114 games, they then sealed the deal with all these layers of the postseason. Brian Cashman likes to call it a crapshoot.
They were pretty good.
And they won the World Series. Like, that's asking a lot. And it surprises me that not just Sean, but Joe Girardi and David, you want to say they're the 96 Yankees or the 99 Yankees? Fine. The 98 Yankees are the holy grail, bro.
It's interesting, though. I'm looking at the stats now because Sean was just mentioning that. They had think about this now in context of, what was this, 28 years ago. 3 guys pitched over 200 innings.
Yeah, well, that's different.
I mean, it's just like, what?
Yeah.
The Yankees now might have 2 guys that pitch over 200 innings, but just think about and they weren't like sub 3 ERAs. They were all like 3.5, 4.1, whatever ERAs, but they gave you length. This kind of feels like what this Yankee team is. At least this top 2, and who knows what Rodon and Cole when they come back. They're giving you length, which makes it easier, as we were just talking about to start this show, why their bullpen is so good.
Yeah.
They're not taxed as much as some other bullpens are because their starters get deep into games.
Yeah, no, that is definitely an aspect of this team that's an incredible strength. I think another aspect of this team, like if you ask me as a student of the 98 Yankees, because again, I am protective over them, maybe because I hated them so much. Like a part of that is like a respect level.
Right.
Because I watched that team every single night, and all I could think about is turning on WFAN, this great radio station, and hearing Mike Francesa arrogantly say, they're juggernaut. That was the term. That was like my first time understanding the term juggernaut, but he used it all the time. He's like, they are just a juggernaut. And they truly were. And what really jumped out at me about that team, and I admit I did see this a little bit last night, is that every time the opponent scored, they always respond.
Yeah.
Like last night is such a great example of that, in that Elmer puts him down early.
Yeah.
And it's not that the Yankees had to score all those runs in the bottom of the first inning, but they got 1 right back. Then they got 2 right back. Like it was just
Then they evened it up.
Right. It was
and then Jazz comes up, and it's like, see ya.
Yeah, they grind you to death with that. And then the other thing is the long at-bats. Like there's on an at-bat in which he fouled a bunch of pitches off.
Yeah.
So I get it. Like there are attributes about this team that make you think of the 98 team, but the 98 team was gold. And it surprises me that these former Yankees are saying it too. Someone get Jeter on the phone. There's no way Derek Jeter would agree with this. Joe Girardi and David Cohen whatever. And I respect them. Would Derek Jeter say, boy, I'll tell you, I've been watching these Yankees lately. They remind me of 98.
But Evan, see, this is where you're also wrong.
Who's the Jeter? That's the question.
But nobody's also planted their flag and said they definitively are the 98 Yankees. We're just saying you can see the signs that they are. Girardi said it, Cone said it, now I've said it. Well, I said it first. But either way.
You did say it first. I'll give you that.
It's about the signs, and you're so fixated on the holy grail of win total. And that, I don't think that's any of what Cone and Girardi are saying. This team is just, more importantly than anything else, is different than the 2025 4-3-2 Yankees.
All right, well, I'll ask you this then. How many games will this team end up winning?
101.
101, which is still 13 games fewer than the 98 Yankees. You can tell me all day I'm fixated on the number. That is still just a reminder how different that is than that team.
Does the 98
games
hold on?
Fewer.
Does the 98 Yankees win 114 games if their schedule flips and they're playing every team in the National League? And it's
a good point. It's a different game.
Yeah,
it's different how it's laid out.
You're gonna make me go into the weeds and see how they did against their division rivals, how they did against everybody else.
Well, think about how many more games you're playing versus the same teams that you're pummeling. It's different now. No, think about last year, or didn't we go 2 years in a row without 100-win teams since the schedule thing has changed?
I think a lot of that is there's just more parity right now.
Okay.
And back then, it didn't feel like there was a lot of parity. Let me see. They went 9-3 against the Orioles, 7-5 against the Red Sox. They didn't even beat up on their division. 11-1 against Tampa Bay. Okay, fine. 6-6 against Toronto. No,
but they were still playing the rest of their league more.
No, I get you. They would have played the rest of the National League teams.
Right. They weren't playing the National League Dodgers that year.
I'll answer it for you. No, it wouldn't have made a difference, Sean. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. A few extra games against the freaking San Diego Padres, who did have a good year that year, that wasn't going to be the difference between 104 wins and 102 wins. No, I think you're nuts. And I think even that is like degrading the 98 Yankees. Like, it's their schedule now? That's why they were the greatest team of all time?
My point is the era of baseball is different. I don't know that we'll ever get a 114-win team. It doesn't mean you can't make a comparison to the way a team is dominant and the way a team is built.
It's a very good baseball team the Yankees have. They're the best team in the American League. 1998 is just a bridge too far for me. And they're leading the AL East is only a game and a half. I still don't buy the Tampa Bay Rays, but they're pesty. Yeah. They just won't go away, those sons of bitches.
I'm curious who's more frustrated, the Yankees by not being able to keep gaining ground or the Rays by looking up going, we can't gain on this.
1,000% the Tampa Bay Rays.
Yeah.
Because I think when you're winning all the time and you possess far and away the second best record in the American League, like it's not even close, right. The idea that you're in second place, the idea that you would be in a wild card series, that's more frustrating.
I think also for the Tampa Bay Rays is they feel like eventually this isn't going to – it's not going to hold for us.
Right.
Like we need to gain, pass, and get some separation from the Yankees because who knows when we swoon.
Right.
Whereas the Yankees, they're going to swoon, maybe, but they're also going to come back. That's what the Yankees do. They historically have done it. Tampa Bay, can they sustain a couple of injuries here or there? Could they have their Ben Rice go down? Could they have somebody miss 2 weeks because of whatever it is, starting pitcher, et cetera, and then sustain it? The answer is no. The Yankees can.
It's only 35, 36 games, so it's a very small sample size, but the flaws in MLB playoff format would be exposed if this pace continues because the second team to get a first-round bye in Major League Baseball is the division winner with the second-best record. Currently, the division leader with the second-best record is the A's at 18-17. In fact, there's only...
Are you serious?
I'm not kidding. There's one team outside of the Yankees and the Rays above 500 in the American League, and that's the Athletics. If the season ended today, it does not. Multiple under 500 teams would make the playoffs. 3 of them.
And if the Yankees weren't playing a full slate of National League Baseball and playing this American League, they couldn't win 114 games?
No. I know you're trying to get me on that, but no. I do not think that.
He's just taking what you just said and making his case. And he's right.
Why? They're playing a bunch of under 500 teams. You could argue it that way, too. Like, there are no good teams in the American League outside of Tampa Bay.
What he's saying is that instead of playing this inter-league schedule where you're playing a lot of National League teams, you're playing all of these, as you just alluded to, bad American League teams. Aren't they winning 110 games minimum?
No, because right now, and this is not...
How are you saying that?
I'll tell you why. Because now what I'm about to say is going to sound like a knock on the 2026 Yankees, and it's not because, again, I think they're really
out
good.
For Detroit? I mean, who knows how they slide.
Hold on. Here's my point. against the two other teams that are above 500 in the American League, what's the Yankees' record?
Well, they got swept by the Rays.
Hold
on.
Forget the
No, I'm not going to forget that. They're 1-5.
Okay, I get that.
The two series they've lost this year against the two American League teams that are above 500. I'm only bringing that up because of what you guys said. They're 1-5 against the only other American League teams above 500. So don't use that argument against me.
And
I'll
the
use it against
Yankees
you.
was 7-5 versus the Red Sox. So what the hell are you talking about?
1-5 against the two American League teams above 500.
We'll see Tampa Memorial Day weekend, and we'll fix that, buddy.
And I'm sure you'll beat them. I'm not saying you won't. I'm just giving you the facts since you're trying to use the facts against me.
Oh, heaven forbid somebody do that on WFA and use the facts against Evan.
I know. Boy, no one does that. It's rare when you guys do that. We'll get to your calls next, 888-808-1019, plus something the Yankees absolutely need to clean up before they take the field tonight at Yankee Stadium. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. From Connecticut to Maine, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. It is time for the Yankee turning point of the game. First call to correctly identify yesterday's turning point at 866-540-WFAN. You'll receive a $100 Wendy's gift card. It's from our friends at Wendy's. Eat great even late at Wendy's. It's all from your flagship station for Yankee baseball, The Fan.
Are you as busy as I am, always on the go, juggling life, kids, work, etc.? Well, you like me need to know that your family is safe and your home is safe when you're not with them. I turn to our partners at Sloman's, who recently installed the Sloman Shield Link system, a smart home security system that combines safety, convenience, and peace of mind that I manage right from my phone. The best thing about it is I can see all around my home just by opening the Sloman Shield Link app, whether I'm looking in the backyard, whether I'm checking who's dropping off packages at my front door. And God knows my wife orders a ton of stuff that sits by the front door. In fact, it even will protect it and alert me if someone comes up and maybe tries to steal it. You should experience and can experience the future of home security as well. With the Sloman Shield Link system, call 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME or visit slomans.com.
WFAN and Corona are throwing a watch party Friday night as New York takes on Philadelphia for Game 3 of the conference semifinals. Join New York basketball legend Charles Smith at Buddy's on 3rd Avenue in New York City. Corona will be flowing all game, along with specials and swag for fans. Just like Charles Smith was on the hardwood, Corona is always smooth, always refreshing, and goes perfectly watching a game. That's Game 3, Friday night at Buddy's on 3rd Avenue. Enjoy Corona buckets and watch New York drop buckets with Corona and WFAN. Please drink responsibly. And this portion of the program was sponsored by Amazon Hub Delivery.
Hey, business owners, it's Tiki Barber. Are you looking to earn extra money? Of course you are. When your business partners with Amazon Hub Delivery, you simply drop off packages to Amazon customers in your neighborhood. Get started at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery.
We're throwing one of the biggest parties of the year and want you there. Come hang with us at WFAN's annual kickoff to summer with Boomer and Gio. Live from DJ's on Ocean Avenue in Belmar on Friday, May 22nd at 6 a.m. We'll get your Memorial Day weekend started with a bash featuring special guest, certified platinum country rock band, Parmalee.
Home is where my heart is still beating.
We want to see you and your friends down the shore for WFAN's Kickoff to Summer 2026. It's all brought to you by Chef IQ, Yingling, and your home for New York sports, WFAN.
Hey, Boomer Esiason here. You know, after years in the game, I don't guess. I go with what works. Red Pocket Mobile gives you 3 major 5G networks to choose from. Switching cities, switch your network. That's like calling your own Audible. Visit redpocket.com to see why more Americans are switching to better wireless without paying more. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Bank of America is the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Helping people achieve their goals is what we do. So if your goal is owning a home, we're here to help with guidance and resources, including up to $17,500 in select markets when combining down payment and closing cost grants. Visit BofA.com/home team. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America N.A., Equal Housing Lender. Credit and collateral is subject to approval. Restrictions apply. This is not a commitment to lend.
Staples presents Celebrations Made Easy.
I went to Staples for a custom printed graduation banner and invites and saw that Party City is now at Staples.
Wait, what?
Party City is now at Staples.
So now Staples has balloons?
Yep.
Decorations?
Yes.
Streamers, cups, table covers?
Yep, Staples has everything for a party. And now buy two, get one free on select foil balloons.
Holy confetti! So the best party started at Staples.
That was easy.
In 613 select stores, exclusions apply. In-store or buy online. Pick up in-store only.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This month, it's time to saddle up for some big wins with our $65,000 Winner's Circle Draw. Be here every Friday in May between 4 and 6 p.m. when 4 winners will be drawn every hour to win $250 free play. At 7 p.m., 4 winners will join the Winner's Circle to win $2,500 cash. Ride your winning streak where Long Island wins at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
A cool and crisp Modelo tastes good.
Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter. Welcome to 215 Maple Drive. We just put this property on the market.
Love the crown molding.
Oh, wait until you see the walk-in closets and the bathroom tile.
Does it have Verizon Fios? You know, 100% fiber internet?
No Fios, but it looks like it's got cable. Let's check out the kitchen.
No Fios? Yeah, no thank you.
Don't you want to see the rest? Okay, bye-bye.
Get Verizon Fios, because when you're moving, it's 100% or nothing.
The most important meal of the day just got better at Dunkin'. Now you can get a medium hot or iced coffee, 6 crispy hash browns, and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, all for $6. That's a full breakfast meal for $6. 6 crispy golden hash browns, a warm, delicious bacon, egg, and cheese, and a medium coffee to start your day off right. Do breakfast the Dunkin' way or order Dunkin's $6 meal deal. No substitutions, participation times may vary. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply. Hey everyone, Boomer here. If you love eating great food as much as I do, you have to listen up. The Chef IQ Sense wireless thermometer and the mini oven are must-haves in your kitchen. The thermometer helps perfectly cook your chicken, fish, or meat, and the oven is an all-in-one hero that bakes, broils, air fries, toast, and much more. For years now, I've been telling you about how amazing these products are and how they have changed my life. Now it's time to change yours. Go to chefiq.com and don't forget to use the code word BOOMER to save big at checkout. That's code word BOOMER at Chef IQ.
Than any other SUV brand. Jeep and the Jeep Grill are registered trademarks of FCA US LLC.
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, Call 800-358-6868. That's 800-358-6868. Again, 800-358-6868.
Talk New York sports here. The Fan.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. The Yankees got a tie-breaking home run from Jazz Chisholm Jr. off Jacob deGrom to send Evan home from Yankee Stadium as the Yankees beat Texas 7-4 to win their 5th in a row, 8 of the last 10. And yet with the Rays winning again, the Yankees at 25-12 remain just 1.5 games up on Tampa for first place in the AL East. And the Mets, of course, were postponed.
Evan and Tiki here on the Fan. Here's my one complaint, and I was not there to see it because I had left the game. I made a deal with my wife that when Jacob deGrom was taken out, I would go home because my son, with those weeknight games, it can be a little bit of a struggle.
So what was the actual time?
The actual time that Jacob deGrom was taken out of the game was 9:10 p.m.
Wow, and you got like an hour?
But I left earlier because when deGrom gave up the home run, the Jazz, and finished the 6th, I figured he wasn't. I figured he was done.
Oh, I see. You left like a half inning too early.
Yes, I didn't know that they were going to let deGrom start the 7th, which was a mistake. So I left a tad early, which was probably the right decision, so my son could get some sleep. So I wasn't here for this, but I got a major problem, and I'm very surprised by something that the Yankees didn't do last night. So after they won the previous night's game against the Orioles, right before they played New York, they played a quick sound of John Sterling's very famous "Ball game over, Yankees win, the Yankees win." And I think it was pretty unanimous by everybody that that's something that they should continue to do. It'd be perfect, like a new Yankee tradition, which is to hear John say Yankees win into New York. And for whatever reason, last night they didn't do it. And according to a Yankee spokesman, the Daily News, I think it was Gary Phillips, did a whole report on, hey, what's going on? And they said they didn't have plans to continue to do it. Aaron Boone said they should do it. Aaron Judge said they should do it. And considering Yankee Stadium plays 150 sound effects in the middle of the game, how can you not play the famous John Sterling Yankees win call when they win?
Are they contractually obligated to play the New York?
No, they can play whatever they want.
I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm just asking why they would not do that.
Well, they can do both. That's the beauty. Like, you play Yankee win into New York. I think it would be such a great sound, and it's one of those rare things that everybody agrees with. Aaron Boone says it. Aaron Judge says it. I say it. Sean says it. Like, every Yankee fan out there is like, of course, this is a no-brainer. So what we politely ask the New York Yankees to do is listen to not just your players and manager, but your customers.
Yes.
Because we all want John Sterling to continue to be honored in the most sterling way possible. Because Aaron Boone revealed with Craig and Big Mac the other day that after every Yankee win, he'll say it to his coaches, Yankees win, Yankees win. Well, he's not alone. Yankee fans do that all the time.
Right.
And Yankee haters do it all the time. They go, Yankees lose. It's the famous David Ortiz thing.
Right.
Yankees lose. Yankees lose. So it's such a part of the tradition of the New York Yankees that we kindly ask the Yankees to just make that a thing. You did a great job with it Monday. For whatever reason, you didn't do it Tuesday. Let's start it tonight, assuming the Yankees win again. We're all in agreement, right?
It's an easy solution. It takes 2 seconds to play. It makes all the sense in the world, and everybody loves it.
Absolutely. It reminds me of when Bob Shepard passed away. Derek Jeter asked that he get announced when he's coming to bat by a pre-recorded Bob Shepard announcement.
Yeah.
From when Bob said, "Number 2, Derek Jeter." So even after, who died? Ted Turner died.
Yeah.
That just popped up on
the
my
world
screen.
of media and obviously NL East because he was the owner of the Atlanta Braves.
He also managed them for a day.
Right. Ted Turner. This is how I became a Braves fan.
Because of Ted Turner or the
Because of Ted
Superstation?
Turner, because of the Superstation. In Roanoke, Virginia, there was nothing on. There's no baseball on. There's no, like, local baseball on. And so the only thing we got was the Braves.
Now, very influential American, Ted Turner. That's 100%. How I would define him. Same age as John when he passed away a few days ago, 87 years old. But you think about the influence Ted had, the Superstation, TBS. You think of
Founded
CNN,
right?
And I personally, and I'm sure a few others think of WCW. He bought WCW and he made it legitimate competition to the WWF during the Monday Night War days. So rest in peace to Ted Turner. We just got the news passing away at the age of 87.
He's a Brown alumni, Brown University.
Look at that. Smart guy. So last word on that. Play the John Sterling Yankee win sound. That's the bottom line. That's the only thing the Yankees need to do. They're winning every single day. Now do that, and boom, it's perfection. Let's get to your calls. 888-808-1019. Justin is in Floral Park. Good morning, Justin.
Morning, guys. How are you?
What's up, man?
Good.
I'm in lockstep with you, Evan, which is a very rarity. Morash, you're crazy, man. Where is the Mariano Rivera on this team? The bullpen is one of the Yankees' Achilles heels right now. That bullpen of 98 was lights out.
Hold on 1 second, Justin. I think you potentially one of their Achilles heels. Right now, it is not one of their Achilles heels. Their bullpen's been fantastic.
I mean, Tiki, I don't trust Bednar in a big spot when the money's on the line against the Dodgers.
He's got 10 saves. He had a five out save.
And that's an easy cherry pick, Justin. Where's Aaron Judge on the 98 Yankees?
I mean, last I checked, Derek Jeter is more clutch.
Yeah, Derek Jeter can hit 50 home runs?
Who hit 50 home runs on that team?
I mean, it's guys, again, it's not about home runs. That's the problem with the Yankees. That's
Today's
the reason they have a 1-9. They don't know how to situationally hit.
And they do.
And they do.
They don't score.
They do right now with a small sample size. Guys, I've seen this movie a million times, and you're also trying to tell me Aaron Boone's as good a manager as Joe Torre? You guys are insane.
We're not going that far.
Respond to all that. He got you on a lot of things.
Again, first of all,
good job, Justin.
Joe Torre wasn't Joe Torre till he won in 96. How do we know that Aaron Boone doesn't win this year and we don't look at his career entirely differently? Also, we think of the 98 Yankees as the 98 Yankees because we know how they ended. We don't know how this story ends. And nobody is saying they are definitively the 98 Yankees.
Look, that 98 Yankee team had 4 guys hit 300. Right? They were solid. Their pitching was not elite, but it was solid. Again, 200 innings for 3 of those guys. You had the best closer in the history of closing in baseball. So those things this Yankee team doesn't have consistently yet. But doesn't mean they're not going to have that. Right? We don't know what Ben Rice is going to look like as the full season goes on because he's fantastic right now, even though he's currently on the IL. Jazz, same thing. We talk about Ryan McMahon finally starting to hit. Aaron Judge is a masher. Giancarlo Stanton isn't even in the lineup. Paul Goldschmidt is a perfect bench piece for you. This team just has the answers when they get into trouble. Now, is that sustainable? We'll find out.
You know what you just explained, though, very eloquently? As much as we find comparisons, like we find the team on a mission comp from 97 to 98 to 05 to 25 to 26, or I even tell you the grinded out at-bat response when another team scores a run. You can find all these comparisons, and maybe they're fair, but overall, they are completely different teams.
100%.
The Yankees do rely on the home run, and there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. I've been keeping a running stat on the Yankees all year long.
Yeah.
When they hit a home run, they're 23-6. When they hit 2 or more home runs, they're 16-1. When Aaron Judge hits a home run, they're 10-3. Like, it's good when they hit home runs.
That 98 team hit 207, maybe 10.
Yeah, but it wasn't the most in the American League.
I know.
I think it was like 4th most.
The Yankees have 60 already.
Right. They're different is the point.
Right.
They're very, very, very different. And I think our last caller brings up a lot of great points. I mean, Joe Torre had won a World Series 2 years earlier as manager. Aaron Boone has been to a World Series, but most of his years have ended, according to Yankee fans, in major disappointment.
Shut up, Tubby.
Ben Rice could be the MVP right now, though.
No, he's been great. And
he's all bold.
And then the other thing is, yes, Aaron Judge is a better player than Derek Jeter. Statistically, when their careers are over, it will not be close. I think we could all understand that if we take the emotion out. But what our last caller said is true. Derek Jeter never met a big moment he didn't meet. And Aaron Judge is still trying to rewrite that complete script of his career. That's a big difference.
That's the big difference.
That's a big difference.
I mean, Judge, again, was awesome in the 2017 postseason. Everybody forgets that.
Pretty
damn good versus Toronto last year. Everybody forgets that because they lost. And it wasn't like Derek Jeter didn't make big outs in the postseason.
You weren't comparing those teams to 98.
No. Okay, and that's fair.
Well, now you're comparing Derek Jeter in the big moment to Aaron Judge in the big moment, which I'll let you rescind before I whip that ass, so I'll just give you a chance.
You know why you can't even do that?
Why?
Because baseball is a team sport played individually.
It is, but Derek Jeter...
You just can't do it.
Okay, but I'll make this simple.
It doesn't
Derek
matter.
Jeter
Evan, you can't do it.
No, I'm not even doing it about teams. I'm doing it about Derek Jeter at a higher playoff OPS than regular season OPS. Right. That's all you need to look at. He raised his game in the postseason. Doesn't mean he was always perfect.
So does Giancarlo Stanton.
Okay, we're not talking about Giancarlo Stanton.
Okay, but the point is then if Giancarlo Stanton is doing the Jeter-like things in the postseason, I don't need Judge to do them.
That's why I said you can't do it, Evan, because there's going to be a pushback.
It's not exactly apples to apples. Jeez, and I love Derek Jeter. Can we get a grip here?
Why are you yelling at me right now?
Because everybody's fighting this as if everybody has planted their flag saying the Yankees are winning 114 games. All we are saying is the last few years that have led to disappointment after disappointment, you can see through a month plus of the season that this team at least feels and looks different than those teams.
But you know what the difference is, Sean? And I think that I'm actually backing up Yankee fans with this. And maybe it's better for content. So I guess from that perspective, it's great. If you had said 5 days into the season, they remind me of the 2009 Yankees. If Joe Girardi, who managed that team, said at the end of the broadcast last night.
But why would it be?
Because they won the World Series.
But that's not who they remind us of. How many times I got to say it through your thick red head? That is not what we're saying.
Right.
The 2009 Yankees with Matsui and Damon, superstar, if there's Cano and say that is not this team with Jose Caballero.
Oh, the 98 Yankees, right.
The 98 Yankees, Luis Sojo, Scott Brocious. That's what I'm saying. They have a superstar in Judge. Their starting pitching is elite. Their starting pitching is the 2009 Yankees needed 3 starters to get through everything. The Yankees are going to do more than that. It's a different team. It resembles 98 more in that roster and the feel than it does the win total. Enough.
I'm explaining to you why your fellow Yankee fan is always going to be triggered by a comp to 98 versus a comp to 09.
You know, fellow Yankee fan, stop being scared. Stop going in your diaper right now that you're scared to utter the words 98 Yankees and enjoy the ride. Because you know what? If you would have told everybody in May of 98 that that was going to be the best team of all time, you know how many calls the WFA would have, you guys are nuts. I mean, this ain't the 96 Yankees 2 years ago. They actually won anything. Right. Can you let the story play out and just acknowledge that this team looks as deep as that team? That's it.
Why don't you just go full tiki and call your fellow Yankee fan what he called Joel Embiid?
You're a whiny bitch.
You're all being whiny bitches. And if you don't believe me, 2 people on that team, they back me up. David Cohn and Joe Girardi.
I know, which is kind of crazy. Let's go to Frank and Syosset. What's up, Frank?
Hi, Evan. Hey, guys. How you doing today?
What's up? Good, man. What's up?
Last time I spoke to you guys a few weeks back when Tampa swept them and they split the series with Anaheim, I was saying to you, Evan, at the bottom half of the lineup wasn't doing much, and you agreed with me. And I think what's helped the lineup is that there are guys on the team that are fighting for jobs, guys like Rosario, guys like Dominguez would like to stay up here, Escara, Caballero.
Yeah.
And I think it's helped them.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
Well,
I mean,
I think Caballero has established himself as the guy for right now because they didn't even entertain bringing Volpe here. They said, see you, dude.
But the reason they didn't entertain it is because Caballero understood. I'm sure deep down he understood, boy, this is my chance to be an everyday player.
No, you're right.
Forget about being a super utility guy. If I perform at a high level, if I defend at a high level, if I contribute to winning, they're not taking this job away from me. And who knows, maybe that playing for your career or playing to be a starter idea in your head does bring out the best in you. It's certainly possible.
Right.
I'll tell you one thing that was so impressive by Jose Caballero last night, and this was me in the car, I have to admit, because I told you I left him before Jake pitched the 7th inning. I was gone. I had to get the hell out of there. Caballero, right after the DeGrom pitch clock violation, lays down a bunt. And it was a beauty.
Yeah.
And it got Jake out of the game. And Caballero can do that. So for all the Yankee fans out there who are like, we don't play small ball.
Right. They can't go station to station.
We can't do the little things. How about that little thing by Jose Caballero? It's a great weapon to have.
Cabby said, hold my beer.
Damn right he did. It's impressive. There's nothing you can do to defend that. You laid down a bunt the way he did, there's nothing you could do. And it's a little aspect, but it went a long way to winning because that helped blow the game open. Jake leaves with a couple of guys on base, and then you see, how about the Skip Schumacher decision to walk Aaron Judge with first base occupied?
I know.
And that's with a red-hot Cody Bellinger on deck.
I didn't even mention Cody Bellinger when I was flipping through all the guys.
Yeah, mention Cody.
I mean, look at their outfield. They have one of the best defensive outfields in baseball right now because Cody's amazing. We've seen it already multiple times with these ridiculous running over the head without even flinching catches. Obviously, Trenton and Aaron Judge. I mean, they have a great defensive team, really, period.
Yeah, no, they're very good. Left side of the infield, the outfield. And Cody just missed a home run off Jacob deGrom.
Yeah.
I didn't see it, though. And I'll tell you why. It's a pet peeve I have, and it bothers me, and I don't understand it. Why do people sitting in the field level feel the need to stand up when a ball is hit to the outfield? You don't need to stand up. If you sit, you'll see every play. But you stand up, which causes everyone else to stand up.
Yeah.
One of the most annoying things in the world.
Well, I think you make the assumption that the person in front of you is going to stand up.
No, we're only standing up because the person in front of us did stand up.
I know, but I'm just saying, if the first person that stands up, I mean, why would the person in the front row stand up?
It's like
I'm trying to
instinct.
think about that.
It's an excitement instinct.
It's like you jump off the couch moment type of thing.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that annoys me, but I also get it because the counter argument is you don't want people standing up in front of you. Stay home.
No,
unfortunately,
I get it, and that's why I say it as it's a pet peeve. I'm not like demanding anybody to not stand up. But I'm being honest with you, like that Cody Bellinger ball that hit the top of the wall, I didn't stand up.
It is a silly instinct.
My son had the big bucket of chicken fingers. It was, of course, in my lap as he was peeling, going after those fingers. And so I couldn't stand up.
Chicken fingers?
Oh, dude. This is real chicken fingers.
Not the ice cream chicken fingers.
No. I'll tell you about that later. Okay. No, the Yankees sell, I'm sure you're aware of this, Sean, and a lot of Yankee fans are, a giant bucket of chicken fingers with French fries.
Like KFC style?
Yeah, it's got like 8 chicken fingers and fries. It's chicken buckets is kind of what we've called them. And that's where they got the idea to put the ice cream fried chicken because that's what Yankee team has been famous for is their chicken buckets.
Yes. It's a massive Yankee bucket, to which Jet said he wants to give away the bucket on the air. So if anyone wants a Yankee chicken bucket, he'll give it away.
Oh, because it's like an actual take-home bucket.
Yeah, he don't like the Yankees.
The Yankees are also doing one, I think, with like 12 or 16 fingers where it's
Can you
the
wash
shape
it
of a
out?
diamond.
Are you washing it out or are you just selling it with the grease and the chicken?
Well, I'm not selling it. Number one, I was going to give it away.
It doesn't matter. I'm saying you got to wash it out. That's all I'm saying.
I think it should be game used.
Oh,
I think if we
game used.
Yeah.
Wait, don't tell me you got the crab fry remnants.
Chicken bucket.
Well, let me ask you this, because it was Jet's idea. If we decide to give away a Yankee Stadium chicken bucket, and I tell everybody it is game used, right? The crumbs are still in there, the remnants are still in there, and we took like the 15th caller. We get jammed phone lines.
Now, I don't think that's legal, but what could be legal?
We're not doing it right now. It's an idea, so don't call up with this yet.
Or you could give it away at the MLB store when we're there in a couple weeks.
You want me to do that?
Have it with somebody live in the crowd. You get the game-used chicken bucket.
That's right, and I bet you people would want it.
I'm sure they would.
Do what with it? Smell it?
Put stuff in it.
It's like buying a candle.
Smells like chicken.
Yeah, it smells like Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, now I got to go spend money because I'm hungry for chicken.
Well, think about this. The chicken bucket is $30, which I think is incredibly overpriced, but that's just me. Because you're getting, 8 chicken fingers, you're getting a bunch of fries. That probably should cost you $12 if I'm being fair. So the bucket is $18. You're paying $18 for a bucket. So if I'm giving away or anybody's giving away an $18 bucket, people are going to want it. Am I wrong?
Do you think people actually take those home?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Do people take it home, Sean?
I take mine home all the time, and it becomes a beach bucket for the season.
See?
For my kids.
A beach? Oh, okay. Yeah, for your kids.
Because it has the handle, and they just build sandcastles.
It is, Tiki, it is an absolutely useful bucket, and if it didn't have the Yankee logo and my sons weren't, anti-Yankees, and they are. You know why they're anti-Yankees, by the way? It has nothing to do with me.
Because they're friends?
Exactly. You nailed it. Friends are obnoxious. Mm-hmm. They talk.
Who happen to be Yankee fans.
Yeah. Oh, Jet tells me. He's like, they're just the worst. So we were even having a debate in the third inning where Jet was on the side of if the Yankees play the Phillies, he'll root for the Phillies. And I'm like, nah, man, we can't
do that.
We can't do that. Division rival. And then he finally agreed, all right, if we're in a pennant race in September, then I'll root for the Yankees. But in general, because the Yankee fan is so obnoxious to him, and there's no Philly fan in his school, maybe one, he doesn't have to deal with that.
Well, he'll get older and realize the error of his thinking.
Oh,
you don't root for Philly.
Well, you
ever. Period.
Well, hold on. I'm sorry. There are certain circumstances that may lead one to root for Philadelphia. I don't want to get into the specific examples of that, but, there are certain ways, like, you just kind of have to. Like, you have to pick the lesser of two evils.
We are the New York Knicks.
I mean, I don't know.
You just wouldn't slap hands in the midst of that, though.
I would never slap hands in the middle of that. Exactly. Let's guess the Yankee turning point from last night, and we'll get back to your telephone calls, and we'll find out why Philadelphia hates Tiki Barber more than Rondé Barber. To me, when Ryan McMahon hit the home run against Jacob deGrom as early as it was, that's when I knew, okay, Yankees are going to win this game. I mean, you have a 3-0 lead or a 3-0 deficit. You're facing Jacob deGrom to immediately, over 2 innings, respond, including Ryan McMahon of all people. That was my personal Evan Roberts turning point of the game. Ryan McMahon's 2-run home run in the bottom of the second inning.
I think walking Aaron Judge and then Cody Bellinger doubling in 2. That was the turning point.
Let's hear the Yankee turning point from last night's game.
Hedrick trying to put him away, 0-2. Ow. And the pitch. Swing and a miss and a dandy breaking ball. Nicely done by Brent Hedrick to leave the bases loaded top of the 5th and keep this game tied at 3-3.
Wow. I mean,
Emmanuel nailed it.
I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm surprised.
He never does that.
Yeah.
Maybe because we excoriated him earlier. No, that was last week.
Last week, have you noticed the start to this week? Emmanuel heard you, Tiki.
Yeah, he definitely did. He definitely did. Because that's the first time I think we've had a defensive one.
Top of the 5th inning, tie game, bases loaded strikeout. You know what?
You know what? Good job, Emmanuel.
It's a great job by Emmanuel because I did say in this moment to my buddy and to Jed, I said, this is the biggest moment of the game right here.
Yeah.
I honestly thought it. And
and we know what happened in the next inning. Yeah, Chisholm gets the lead, and then they pull away.
No, that was a few innings later.
Tiki,
that was an inning and a half later. That was the 6th. This was the 5th.
That's what I mean. So the next inning.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're right. And technically the next inning, but it was 2 bats later.
Right. If you're playing the game at home, 2 of the last 3 turning points from Emmanuel have been Yankee bullpen outs. The Cruz double play, this, and then the other one in between was scoring on a wild pitch. So that's the heater that Emmanuel's on.
Right.
We'll come back with your telephone calls, including a man on hold who is doing one of the smartest, most creative things to really go at the Sixer fan tonight at Madison Square Garden. I respect it. We'll hear from him, plus more of your calls at 888-808-1019.
HSS is ranked #1 in orthopedics for 16 years in a row, according to U.S. News and World Report. When you choose HSS, you're receiving the best orthopedic care you can get. With locations across the tri-state area, HSS provides specialized care for the hips, knees, back, neck, and beyond, including everyday joint pain, fractures, spine care, and more. Most insurance plans are accepted. Choose better, move better. Appointments available at hss.edu.
Spring is the perfect time to refresh your home, and Windorama is making it easier than ever during the spring refresh sale. Save up to 30% on your window indoor project, plus take advantage of low to no interest payment plans when you purchase and install with Windorama. It's simple. Book your free and home consultation, shop from home, and let their local certified experts handle measurement and installation. Visit Windorama.com to book your free and home consultation today. I will tell you why I'm laughing. I don't know why. It just popped into my head hearing a reporter go up to Joel Embiid and say, "What do you think of Tiki Barber calling you a bitch?" And just hearing Joel Embiid's response. I don't know why. It's cracking me up. I think he'd go with the, "I don't know who that is." I think he'd go with the, "I don't know who that is" kind of bit.
We're your official station to talk Yankees and Mets. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
After destroying the Philadelphia 76ers last night, the New York Knicks, the first team in NBA playoff history to win 3 straight games by 25 points or more. And it feels like the ceiling of this team has been raised where not just winning the Eastern Conference is a possibility, but Knicks fans can now dream about winning an NBA championship. If the Knicks play with this level of intensity on offense and defense, the sky's the limit. I'm Nick Costos.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Now that Wendy's has these new biggie deals, everyone in the family can get what they're craving, from nugs to JBCs. The parental units can get an $8 biggie bundle, the eldest who think they're so grown can get a $6 biggie bag, and the little one who can do no wrong can get a $4 biggie bites. You know, assuming they have a credit card. No, I'm kidding. We take cash too. 4, 6, and $8 biggie deals for the whole family. Only at Wendy's.
Price and participation may vary. Single items at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska, California, and Hawaii.
Looking for the lowest price on name brand tires? Get to Town Fair Tire and get the guaranteed lowest price on any name brand tire. Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
All right, they won. You gotta text your buddies. Except you're driving. If you have to respond, pull over. Texting and driving is illegal and could lead to an accident. A safety message from the Rothenberg Law Firm, injurylawyer.com.
I'm Neil, founder of Clay Room. When I found ceramics, I realized my calling was to give others the space to be creative. So I set out to open my own studio. Having a Chase Ink card has allowed us to grow it and bring people together. Now we're molding a creative community.
With the Chase Inc. Business Cash Card, you can earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials, so your business can go from here to possible. Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Cards issued by J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
If we're being honest, guys in this town, pretty confident. And hey, that's not a bad thing. But are you willing to put it to the test? California Cryobank is looking for healthy men to become sperm donors. You can earn up to $2,400 a month. Plus, get free health and genetic screenings. And more importantly, you're helping families who can't do this on their own. So if you really think you've got it, and you know who you are, put it to good use. Apply now and see if you qualify. Check out spermbank.com to learn more.
At Nielsen, fun is in the driver's seat.
It's the Memorial Funbelievable event at Nielsen Dodge.
You can lease a new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram for $299 or under.
Choose from hundreds of new Jeeps, Chryslers, Dodges, and Rams.
You'll start feeling the vibes the minute you arrive. Fun is in the driver's seat.
Lease a new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited 4x4. Just $299 a month. Yes, just $299 per month.
Or choose from hundreds of certified pre-owned vehicles. Plus, we'll give you top dollar for your trade-in.
Under $299, that's Funbelievable.
Drive away today for just $299 or under on Route 10 in East Hanover, online at nielsendodge.com.
At Nielsen Dodge.
Fun is in the driver's seat.
Declaration of Deal Sales Event. With approval, term 36 months, due at signing, $52.99. Add tax time, $498 doc, and DMV fee.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds, and you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/protect. That's ethos.com/protect. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
And Doug.
There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means playing in a football game.
Boom! 42! You're going down, Doug.
Oh, yeah? Your price on car insurance when you customize and save is going down.
Hey!
Limu? What are you doing on their team? Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Come visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
A little after 11 o'clock here on the Fan, Evan and Tiki. Big day, big day. The New York Mets will play baseball again. The Yankees will try to continue their winning ways. And yes, Game 2 between the New York Knicks and the Philadelphia 76ers at Madison Square Garden. The people of Philadelphia are very upset with Tiki Barber because he dared.
Because I was right.
Because
sometimes the truth hurts.
Yes. He dared to call Joel Embiid.
Superstars aren't supposed to complain.
Keep going, man. The floor is yours.
I'm just calling it like I see it.
You know what? I'll say.
Am I wrong?
You are not wrong. I'll set you up even better. Can you play the clip of one of our fellow hosts down in Philadelphia being very offended by Tiki Barber's comments? And I apologize. Do you have her name?
It's Rhea Hughes.
Rhea
the problem
Hughes.
is we have a short and a long.
Just give us the short one. We don't need to hear the whole thing. But
Okay.
here is Rhea Hughes being very critical of our Tiki Barber, who yesterday, while we were talking about Joel Embiid accusing Mikal Bridges of a dirty play, called him, a whiny bitch.
Tiki Barber is completely out of line. For someone.
Well, I
who's
think
been,
the B word was flat wrong. Now,
100%.
listen,
For
that's
someone
the
who's
way
been called that?
That's the way athletes talk.
Yeah, but
and
I
if
mean,
you're off the air, that's one thing. He was on the air.
I
thought that was uncool.
against a guy who had an organ removed from his body.
Because he had the organ removed from his body, you can't say that, Tiki. You can't say the B word.
Wow. Philly's gotten soft.
Yeah, what happened to them?
I don't know. You got an appendectomy. It's not like you had your liver removed. You know what I mean? It's not. And by the way, if he wasn't healthy enough to play, he shouldn't have played.
That was your point.
That was only my point.
Yeah.
If you're playing, you can't bitch about anything. And by the way, do they not say bitch down there?
They do went up down there.
That's like the mildest word they say down there.
I've heard a lot worse.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even going to comment what radio station that was. But I don't even know how to respond to that.
Against a guy who had an organ removed from his body.
Removed. Yeah.
How can you not hear what Joel Embiid was saying and say, that sounds soft? Right? The problem is he's a great player. We know this. He's a Hall of Fame player.
When he plays.
It doesn't, whatever. He's a Hall of Fame player. He's going to be in the NBA Hall of Fame. And because he won an MVP, he's been dominant for a lot of years. When he plays, he's as good of a player as there is. And you're going to complain about Mikal Bridges running too hard through a screen and hit you where I just got an appendectomy like a month ago or whenever it was. That's what you're complaining about. That's why you lost the game. That's why your team got destroyed by 40 points because Mikal Bridges ran into you once during a screen and you had an appendectomy. Yeah, that's my guy, man. That's a tough guy. That's a tough guy. You know what, Philly? Take your tough guy. Because, how is that not weak? How is that? What am I wrong about?
You're not, because your whole point was, hey, I played injured. Guys would go after it.
Right.
It's a part of the game. And the last thing you would do is call up Mike and the Mad Dog and say, they went after my arm.
I know.
You just wouldn't do it. And if the word is too strong, what other word do you want to use? What other word would describe Joel Embiid whining about that? Like, give me a better word. What's a better word than the B word?
There isn't one. Soft?
Yeah, I guess you could just go with soft. Yes, you could do that. But I got to hand it to our next caller because he's going to Madison Square Garden tonight. And if a Sixer fan shows up, he's not only going to be annoyed because there's Knicks fans there, he may be annoyed by what Kyle in Smithtown is going to wear tonight. What's up, Kyle?
Hey guys, how are you?
What's up, dude?
Just one thing, I don't know who that lady was, but it sounds like she also had an organ removed from her body, her brain. So. The reason I called is because I'll be in the building tonight. Normally, I'd be deciding between wearing my OG Anunoby jersey or my Jaylen Brunson jersey, but it dawned upon me that maybe the jersey I should wear tonight is Tiki Barber. What do you guys think?
I love it. And get close.
Yeah. Yeah.
Walk down close and turn around and say, hey, check it out.
Well, where it would really be interesting is to do it in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
See, when we went 2 years ago and we invaded that building, you almost got into a fist fight because a guy wearing a Mo Cheeks jersey, we call him FOMO Cheeks, tried to go at it with you.
Right. He was going at me because of what I said about Saquon Barkley.
That's what it was.
That's right.
That's right.
You're dead to me. Right. This was after Saquon had an MVP-like season.
No, it was before. He had just left.
So this was just before.
Yeah, so Saquon had left, I'm going to say like 2 months earlier.
Oh, that's right, because it was the offseason before they won the Super Bowl.
And
right.
he showed up courtside. Clyde Frazier called him a turncoat.
You're dead to me.
You said that you're dead to me. So he hadn't even played yet as a Philadelphia Eagle, and so he was upset by the you're dead to me line.
Right. And I was like, dude, it's my guy. He's not even yours yet.
Right.
He hasn't put on an Eagles jersey yet in uniform, and you're mad at me?
Yeah.
And so Sean caught the shrapnel. Mainly because Sean was wearing a Rondé Barber jersey.
In hindsight, you should have told me not to do that. That's
well, think about this.
Well, they hate Rondé.
Oh, I found out.
I think in the moment they hate you more. Like this has really gained a lot of traction in Philadelphia.
You know why I don't think it's going to last?
It won't last, but it's occurring now.
You know why I think it won't last?
Go ahead.
They don't even believe in the 76ers team.
And they kind of agree with you.
Exactly.
Yeah, they won't say it because playoffs, we got to be tough. But
100%. They've been saying this for years.
I agree with you.
Philly fans, don't act like I haven't heard you. You don't like this guy.
Yeah.
You don't like your baseball team.
Well,
You
now
love
they
your
do.
football team.
Right.
You love your hockey team.
Right.
You'll die for those guys. You don't believe in this team, and you know I'm right.
Yeah, we'll see.
And then they'll say, you know what? Tiki was right.
Yes. But I think Friday night we went down to Philly, and we're not scheduled to. We went down a couple years ago, and I just don't think it's going to work out this year. But you would face a lot of shrapnel if you went down this year. We'd have to have Secret Service join you if we went down to
I
Philly.
ain't scared.
I know you're not. Sean is.
I'd go in a Tiki Barber jersey this time.
Yeah, this time you would. But good job by Kyle. He's going to show up at the Garden tonight with a Tiki jersey. See, it was funny. I was joking yesterday how you're a celebrity, and obviously celebrities go to the Garden. And I think there's a hotline that is a celebrity you call up and you get your free tickets and they show you on the screen. I think if you went to a Knicks game and they showed Tiki Barber on the screen, of course you'd get cheered. You're a popular giant. I think if you showed up to tonight's Knicks game, you would be the giant. I mean, the reaction for Tiki would be through the roof.
A blue shirt with orange writing that just says bitch on it. Crowd goes nuts.
Yeah, they'd love that. Let's get back to your call. 888-808-1019. More on this series and what the Knicks need to do tonight to take that 2-0 series lead. Let's go to Al in the Bronx. What's up, Al?
What's up, Al?
What's going on, guys? Tiki, I love you for that. I love you so much for that. Thank you, thank you. So, okay, you guys were arguing earlier about the 98 Yankees.
Right.
And, Evan, I think you're missing a huge point. It's like when you first start dating a woman, I'm like, oh, my God, she's great. And then later on, you see she's crazy. It's the same. It's the same exact thing with the 98 Yankees. So far, thus far, they look like the greatest woman in the whole world. We don't know if she's going to turn out to be the 98 Yankees. However, thus far, they look like the 98 Yankees. They look like the May 1998 Yankees. And I think that's a huge thing that everyone's missing.
Right.
When you're looking at the conclusion, we're looking at the way it's looking thus far.
Right. You're looking at the facade. Right now, they're looking at the facade. And eventually,
Exactly.
you'll get to the core.
Yeah, but I think
right now she hit her craziness. We don't know anything about her just yet. However, in October we'll find out who she truly is, and that's exactly the same thing with the 98 Yankees.
Yes, for our female
Thanks,
listeners,
guys.
it works
Thank
the other
you.
way as well. You don't know when the man is crazy.
No, absolutely.
Just to be fair.
Absolutely. I think that short changes, though, what Sean and Joe Girardi are trying to say, because you could say that about a lot of teams and a lot of women and a lot of men you meet.
Well, I mean, I think
as of right now, they're great.
But I think there can be similarities because of how this team makes you feel. And I think that's what Joe Girardi's talking about, and Cone, and obviously Sean as the pioneer of this opinion of this 2026 team. It makes you feel a certain way. And the last time you felt that about a team was in 1998.
Well, here's what
it's not going to necessarily mean I'm projecting this team to be the 1998 Yankees and win 114 games and be dominant. And David Bednar, who dialed it up to 97 last night and struck guys out with high fastballs and got out of jams. He's Mariano Rivera 2.0. That's not saying any of that. It's just that right now this team makes you feel like, man, we're a team of destiny. Like this is going to happen, and they're so focused on it that nothing's going to derail them.
You just said something that I hadn't even thought of that's so true. We as Yankee fans have banded together and have looked outrageous to other fan bases, including you guys and the Met fans, Evan, in that while the teams have been really good the last couple of years, we would wallow in the negativity of it, right?
Yeah.
And people would be like, what is wrong with Yankee
we didn't do
fans?
enough this offseason. This is going to come back to bite us.
And we're all guilty of it. And then by the October roll around, we would be like, hey, we told you so, right? We didn't believe. This Yankee team is run to your TV at 7 o'clock every night, whatever you're doing, and enjoyable to watch now. And as good as the past couple of years have been when they've made the playoffs, I don't know that we felt that way. Now, maybe you want to say the early Soto time, because that was different. There's Judge and Soto. I agree. But there's something different about you cannot wait to watch the Yankees.
Yeah, no, I think you're right about the Soto thing. We just also kind of believed what Evan always said. We just kind of knew it was a one-year deal.
Yeah, that he wasn't
It
long.
wasn't like, man, we got to. This is happening right now, and heck, if it doesn't happen, we got like 4, 5, 8, 10 more years to go with him. It was kind of like, all right, we better win this because this is done after this with Soto.
Yeah, I think, unfortunately, 1998 was so long ago now. It's kind of crazy when you do the math.
Dude, I was in New York for a year. I barely remember it.
That's amazing. It was 28 years ago. So you really need to be 36 and older to remember this team.
Yeah.
For those of our listeners in their 20s and early 30s, it's a story. That's what it is. It's like the 86 Mets to me. I didn't experience it. I've heard about it. I've heard plenty of stories. The big difference, and this will not change until you have a parade, or tell me if I'm wrong about this, is that in 1998, you'd won a championship 2 years earlier.
True.
There was a level of trust. This Yankee team has been to one World Series. They lost that World Series in kind of like this epic meltdown in Game 5 and even Game 1 with the way it ended. I don't know if you guys have that same kind of trust.
It's right in front of us.
You know what I mean?
I think that's why you're not hearing every Yankee fan get on board with this. It's because of that exact reason. Yeah, the trust is not built yet. But the Yankees also felt like they evaporated some trust with the way 97 unfolded and losing to Cleveland. So, you have that bouncing.
They still won the World Series a year earlier.
I understand that, but the way they lost in 97.
That was bad, San the Alomar Series. I get it.
They won 3 in a row after that, so it makes you forget. I mean, that was brutal.
No, it was a bad loss. Let's go to Ed in Mohegan. What's up, Ed?
What's up, Ed?
Hey guys, how you doing?
All's well.
Tiki, I just want to tell you that woman reporter is in more dire need of an organ being put into her body than any woman in the history of women.
Well, that's not
You keep
nice.
preaching, man.
You don't have to say that. I mean, geez, we just disagree. I mean, God, gee, what the hell?
He was talking about her brain.
Okay, whatever. I mean, I disagree with her, but jeez.
It wasn't even a harsh, rebuke.
No, she wasn't that harsh on the rebuke.
Yeah.
She was just like,
I was just
uncalled
waiting for people to attack my NFL career.
Oh, no, dude, that's happening on Twitter.
Yeah.
Everything's happening
And you
on
know
Twitter.
what I would say? You realize I've been retired for 20 years. So most people who are on Twitter listening to you have no idea what the F you're talking about.
So I've enjoyed, to a varying degree, reading what people say. And my favorite response, which I say is about 20% of the Philliers. I'm not talking about New Yorkers because they're the Philliers, as I like to call them. 20% of the Philliers will crap on you,
of course,
and then proceed to say, "But he's right," and that's my favorite part. Like they can't embrace you,
right?
So it's like that Tiki Bar son of a. But then it pivots right into, but he's kind of telling the truth about Joel.
Man, I just tell the truth, man. I just tell it like I experience it. That was a genuine reaction to a superstar. If this was some dude off the bench, or not even some dude off the bench, a 25-year-old, couple year in the league, wannabe, trying to walk up the ladder, be a star in the NBA, you'd be like, all right, I get. He just doesn't get it yet. Joel Embiid has been playing for a decade. He is a star. He won an MVP. You don't bitch when you're a star and you've won an MVP. You just don't.
I get you.
So I don't know why even Philly fans can see that as egregious. You just don't do that. You go and you go up there and you say, you know what? We got our asses kicked tonight. On Wednesday, we're going to kick their asses back. Don't ask me anything else.
It's interesting.
That's what I would say.
It's interesting you say that because I want to attack this when we come back, plus more of your calls. Are some of the things that Sixer players saying, is that a sign that they're already cooked, even though we're one game into this series? We'll address it coming up next, including the bizarre but humorous anecdote delivered by Kelly Oubre on why Jaylen Brunson is so tough to defend. We'll get to that. More of your Yankee calls as well. 888-808-1019.
If you're looking to level up your wardrobe, check out Collars & Co. You might have seen them on Shark Tank where they landed a deal with Mark Cuban. They're the team behind the dress collar polo that sold over 1 million shirts, and now they've launched the Maverick Performance Blazer. And this thing is legit, sharp, lightweight, and completely wrinkle-resistant, making it perfect for travel. Just pack it up and it comes out looking fresh. Plus, you get smart features like security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So hit up my boys over at collarsandco.com. Use code TIKI for 20% off. That's at collarsandco.com.
Winning hits different with Fanatics Sportsbook. And now that the playoffs are here, the stakes are at their highest, so don't wait for that what-if moment. Switch to the only sportsbook that protects all pro basketball player props across straights, parlays, and same-game plays across any first-half injury. If betting player props is in your playbook, whether it's points, assists, rebounds, steals, or blocks, Fanatic Sportsbook's Fair Play Insurance gives you the edge when it comes to cooking up a parlay. Some books protect your bet for just the first quarter. Some do nothing. But not at Fanatic Sportsbook, where they flip losing bets into winning bets on every night on the court. That means if your player gets injured in the first half, your bet will play on with all the remaining legs, meaning a loss can be turned into a win. Others copy trends. They set standards. Fair play keeps every first half protected. So bet with the book that always has your back. Fanatic Sportsbook, winning hits different here. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New York residents, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Connecticut residents, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org.
This portion of the program is sponsored by Bet365.
The bats from the Boogie Down will be swinging for the fences in Queens as the first stop of the Subway Series is set for Citi Field. But before we get you the game, WFAN takes the train to Midtown for an all-day broadcast extravaganza. Friday, May 15th from the MLB NYC flagship store. The warm-up show, Boomer and Gio, Evan, Tiki and Morash, Carton and McMonigal will get you ready for Rivalry Weekend live from inside the MLB NYC flagship store on 6th Avenue. It's all brought to you by Major League Baseball and your home for New York sports, WFAN.
Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
With Bet365 Early Payout, you win even if they lose. Get paid out instantly when your team goes up big, even if they blow the lead later. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey.
Spring and summer are around the corner, and now's the time to prepare for pest season. Ticks, mosquitoes, ants, and rodents, they're all active this time of year. For over 50 years, homeowners and businesses have chosen J.P. McHale Pest Management. With local offices in New York City, Long Island, Hudson Valley, and Connecticut, with over 2,000 5-star reviews, they deliver proven year-round protection. Right now, take advantage of J.P. McHale's seasonal residential discounts and free commercial inspections. Visit nopest.com. That's NOPESTS.com. J.P. McHale Pest Management. Not just good, guaranteed.
Hi, I'm Patty, founder of Awesome Tex. I started with a big idea to give old clothes a new life by turning them into recycled fibers and threads. Everyone told me that this was going to be impossible. But Chase for Business believed in me. They gave me a lot of guidance from the beginning.
Get financial guidance from bankers in the New York community and convenient digital tools all in one place. Learn more at chaseforbusiness.com. Make more of what's yours. Real customers compensated. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Welcome to 215 Maple Drive. We just put this property on the market.
Love the crown molding.
Oh, wait until you see the walk-in closets and the bathroom tile.
Does it have Verizon Fios? You know, 100% fiber internet?
No Fios, but it looks like it's got cable. Let's check out the kitchen.
No Fios? Yeah, no thank you.
Don't you want to see the rest? Okay, bye-bye.
Get Verizon Fios, because when you're moving, it's 100% or nothing.
This is Modelo Especial.
Doug.
There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means playing in a football game.
Boom! 42! You're going down, Doug!
Oh, yeah? Your price on car insurance when you customize and save is going down.
Hey!
Limu? What are you doing on their team? Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Tune in for the Yankees' first pitch presented by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees.
Hey Yankees fans, gather a group of 10 or more and take advantage of our 2026 Yankee Together with Family and Friends organizing a fundraiser or entertaining clients. Your group will love bonding over the Bronx Bombers. Start planning your 2026 group outings today. Log on to yankees.com/groups. Call 212-YANKEES or email us at groups@yankees.com. That's 2026 group tickets. Call 212-YANKEES or visit yankees.com/groups today.
You look like you could use a refresher, a Dunkin' refresher. Try Dunkin's delicious black cherry or berry acai refreshers. One sip and you'll feel refreshed. There's so many delicious flavors like mango, pineapple, or strawberry dragon fruit. So whether you're powering through your day or just pulling up for a little treat, make it a Dunkin' refresher. Dunkin' refreshers, they're the perfect summer pick-me-up. Dunkin' refreshers are fruit flavored, contain 0 to 1% fruit juice. Terms and exclusions may apply.
At NYU Langone Health, we know there really is no place like home. That's why we get our surgery patients home faster and have fewer readmissions than any other health system. That means once you're home, you won't need to go back for the same procedure. Instead, you can get back to the things you love. And the next time you need something else, we're here. Better health starts with a better health system. Learn more at nyulangonehealth.org.
Town Fair Tire honors any valid rebates, manufacturers or competitors' rebates. Yes, even any competitors' rebates. And we give you the guaranteed lowest price. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter.
Clouds and showers, high 68.
Weather brought to you by Duke's Mayo. Welcome to Duke's Mayo Country, where the mayo is so smooth and creamy, it makes every bite better. Duke's Mayo. Look for the yellow lid.
Get the scuttlebutt on your favorite team, the Fan, on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. The Lakers look like they didn't belong on the same floor in Game 1 last night as the Thunder killed LA 108-90. A game wasn't even that close. Cade Cunningham scored 23 points. Pistons took Game 1 from the Cavs 111-101. On the ice, the Avalanche beat the Wild 5-2, and the Rangers got the 5th overall pick as somehow another suspicious NHL lottery happened with the Maple Leafs climbing all the way to the first pick as Gary Bettman may or may not try to save that franchise. This Fan Focus was sponsored by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
As long as the Nets win the lottery or in the top 3 or 4, screw the Rangers. Sorry. It's hockey. I mean, come on. You draft the guys in the minor leagues. He may be good. He may not be good.
All right,
Stop.
Speaking of the NBA lottery, some draft.
Who won the lot? Where are we?
Second.
I'll take it.
Utah first. Brooklyn second. Indiana third.
So you mentioned the Laker-Thunder game last night. Uh-huh. Can we address something that I am fascinated about concerning the Laker-Thunder game?
Go ahead.
Can you pull up a box score? Can one of you guys pull up a box score real quick? Because I want to ask a question. It's an instructive question because I can't get over it. And I watched a little bit of the game.
Got it.
But not all of it. How many points did SGA score last night?
Only 18.
18!
Yeah. And they still, wow.
The streak is over.
Oh, yes.
You forgot about that.
I did forget about that.
SGA had the all-time streak for most consecutive 20-point games. He passed Wilt Chamberlain. It was a big deal. Dude. I took my son to Nets Thunder. We're watching SGA. Can they hold him under 20? And last night, in a playoff rout over the LA Lakers, he didn't score 20. So is the streak over?
No.
It's not over?
I think it's a regular season streak.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Should it be over?
He took 15 shots, only one three-point attempt, but 15 shots, and he made 8 of them. 2 free throws.
He also probably didn't care about the streak. I think during the regular season, it's easier to say, I got to get to my 20. I think in a postseason game, he's like,
you just want to win.
Yeah.
He did play 35 minutes, though. It's not like he played 25.
Not about the minutes. I think it's about the aggressiveness of making sure you get those points.
I hear you. No, you're right.
So SGA streak ended last night. We'll see if when the regular season restarts next October, if it's brought up again. Because I get confused sometimes. Is it a streak that includes the playoffs, or does it not include the playoffs?
Those usually are regular season things because it's just impossible to compare playoffs over time for different people. Like SGA could play 25 playoff games.
He gets a lot more playoff games than other guys.
And other guys would play like 5.
Especially Wilt because, he choked in big spots.
If you finished the Major League Baseball season on a 52-game hit streak and didn't get a hit the first playoff game, is your hit streak over?
I don't think it does, no. But I think baseball's also very
because
different.
isn't there a record that goes over 2 seasons?
Yeah, which I think is BS.
Right.
Like, I think if you have an entire offseason and a spring training, you can't tell me the streak is continuing.
That's true.
That's a weird one. I think the streak you're referring to is, was it Chase Utley or Jimmy Rollins had a long hit streak?
Yeah, it's one
of
of
those.
those.
And I think it expanded into the following season.
Right.
And it was like, I
Yeah.
don't know if we should count that.
I don't know. Whatever.
Before we get back to your calls, so we've talked about Embiid's comments yesterday, and obviously the reaction to Tiki's comments about Embiid being, a whiny bitch. Kelly Oubre had some very interesting comments yesterday afternoon, and I want you to hear him, and then I will describe the shirt he was wearing, because I think the shirt he was wearing is one of the most ironic things in the world.
Okay.
But here's Kelly Oubre talking about the challenges of defending Jaylen Brunson.
How tough is Jaylen Brunson to try to contain him?
I don't know. I just know he has a big head. So, it's definitely tough to guard him with his head doing all that. But, yeah, I mean, he's a great player. We've played against him many of times, and, we have to make the adjustments that we see on film. But, kudos to him. He came out and started the series and did what they had to do at home. And, it's up to us to respond.
I like Kelly Oubre right now.
No, you gotta like Kelly Oubre. He was also measuring himself against Karl Anthony Towns right before Game 1. Do you guys remember that one?
And got Cat to laugh.
He did got me to laugh.
That's actually funny. Jaylen Brunson will shake you with his head.
He also, and I've heard this before. Now, I've heard this mostly from fans. I don't know if a lot of players have repeated this, and I buy this. Like, what I'm about to say, I absolutely buy. That Jaylen Brunson's braids will actually get him foul calls. Because when he takes a little bit of contact,
his head comes back,
and his hair is flying through the air.
Right,
it's a perception that he's actually getting hit harder than he really is.
Brunson flops a lot.
So I buy that. The whole big head thing and the way he turns it and making that kind of an aspect of what makes him a tough guy to defend is odd. I haven't heard that one.
Yeah,
but in terms of his braids flopping. And the official saying, he must have been whacked on that one. Let me call a foul. Like, I completely buy that. Even if, by the way, Jaylen Brunson does not lead the league in getting to the free throw line.
No.
Like, the data does not back up that as much as Jaylen flops, that he's amongst the leaders at getting to the free throw line. That's not the case.
Right.
But I buy the braid thing.
It looks, because he looks like it. It looks like he's getting hit really hard because his head flies back.
Right.
And his braids move after his head stops. And it's like, man, that wasn't a violent foul. That Jaylen Brunson did, blow the whistle.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't, he's probably just getting normally touched.
Yeah, I definitely
I can see that.
Buy that theory. Now, the funny part is, did you happen to notice when Kelly Oubre made us all laugh, it was all good-natured, did you see the T-shirt he was wearing?
I did not.
I'm going to read it to you. There's words on his T-shirt, and this is why the Philadelphia 76ers are cooked. They're done. His T-shirt says, out of ideas.
No, it didn't.
Oh, come on.
What's it actually for?
I will read it closer. It says, out of ideas, headache by boredom kills. So I'm not sure what that gimmick, it's in little letters, it says headache by boredom kills, but the bulk of his shirt in the big letters says out of ideas, which is kind of like the Philadelphia 76ers. How do you defend Jaylen Brunson? I don't know. We're out of ideas.
Brunson flops a lot.
What should we do? We're out of ideas. That was funny to me that he was wearing that shirt. I know he didn't mean anything by it, but.
Yeah, but I wonder what it actually is for. I have no idea what that is even for. I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Crazy, man. Yeah. So Joel Embiid is complaining that Mikal Bridges is dirty.
Mikal Bridges!
And now we got Jalen Brunson's head is the reason why he's tough to defend. Do you think comments like this, especially even talking about being tired and the emotions of Game 7, all these excuses, not getting to the free throw line enough, Bridges being dirty, you think all of this is like kind of telling you that the Sixers know we're not winning this series?
No, I don't think that.
No?
I mean, we'll see what happens tonight in Game 2. If Game 2 looks a lot like Game 1, then you can believe that not only will the fan base and even the media down in Philly start saying, yeah, this thing is over, forget it. But the players, it might creep in. It might feel like this is an inevitability, that they just can't beat the Knicks, and your mind just starts to, I don't know, have less faith that it's going to happen. You're not quitting, because no athlete ever does that.
Sure.
But it just sometimes you just know that the other team is better.
I thought the Knicks would win this series in 5 before this series began. I think if the Knicks blow them out tonight, this thing is just 4 and done. I think if the Knicks win tonight, but it's a close game, and Philadelphia can at least walk away saying, all right, we figured something out, then I wouldn't say the series is over, because they still get to go back home despite how many Knicks fans are going to be there. But I think if the Knicks trounce them again and we get another blowout.
Yeah, which would be 4 in a row. Or no, 5 in a row.
It would be 5 in a row. Going back to the Atlanta series.
Yeah.
Then I think, this baby's done.
Right.
Let's get back to your phone calls. More on this series a little bit later on, including James Nolan cracking a very funny joke the other day. He very rarely talks unless it's to Craig, but he had a public comment the other day. I don't know if he realized how public it would be, but it was actually pretty funny. We'll rate his joke a little bit later on. Let's go to Ben calling from Brooklyn. What's going on, Ben?
Hey, how you guys doing? I was hearing how all the Philadelphia fans were going after Tiki. You should know I was in school in South Jersey a bunch of years back, so I listened to a lot of Mike Missinelli, Ike Reese, a lot of the Philadelphia sports radio.
Love Ike.
And with respect, of course, and with respect, I know Spike is down there, but Philly fans are the weakest sauce fans ever. And the fact that players who are professional players making millions of dollars are saying that, oh, we played on Saturday night, we have a hard time playing. Like, what are you talking about? You're professional players. You get to sleep in 5-star class hotels. You show up and play basketball for 48 minutes. These guys are weak sauce.
Weak sauce.
And it's not like they were in, I don't know, Utah.
They were in Boston.
Exactly.
They went from Boston to Philly to New York.
It's a 45-minute plane ride.
Yeah.
What are we talking about here?
Some of the things that were said after this game and the excuses that were made, they do give me this sign of they know they can't win this series. Now, we'll see based on the results, but some of the excuse making, it feels like when excuses are made, you do it when you know you don't really have the answer.
Yeah, I mean, it's a distraction from what actually went on.
Yeah.
Like, what actually went on is that the Knicks dominated them in every facet of this game, at least as it went on. Not early, but as the game went on. And they didn't have any answers. I mean, to Kelly Oubre's shirt, they didn't know what to do. And the Knicks took advantage of it and ran away from them. And so after the game, when you're asked, hey, man, what happened? Because as a team that just beat the Boston Celtics, who were one of the favorites to win the NBA championship, how do you then go get beat by 30?
Celtics went from being one of the favorites to come out of the East to now Jaylen Brown getting fined $50,000 for, complaining about flopping and the officials, to now reports coming out, courtesy of Tracy McGrady, that Jalen Brunson isn't even happy in Boston. And I've already gotten the emails.
I mean, Jaylen Brown.
What did I say?
Brunson.
I am so sorry.
Yeah.
I apologize when I do that because I think a lot of us do it. There's too many Jaylens in the NBA.
No, they're right.
Get the song ready.
That song is fantastic.
I may have to play that.
Right.
Too many Jaylens in the NBA.
You still have that, right?
Oh, you got to find that.
Yeah, I was out that day.
What?
Were you?
Yeah, I was told that he did a video to it that went crazy.
Yeah,
that was when I was in
The song
Disney.
is awesome.
Yeah, forget my video of dancing to it. It's a song that is unbelievable by the kid who wrote it and
he's
performed
right.
it.
Right,
He's so right.
There's too many Jaylens in the NBA, and I apologize for ever screwing up Jaylen Brown, Jalen Brunson, Jalen Williams. I am sorry, all right? Jalen Williams didn't play last night, but Jalen Williams did. I'm not joking. Like, second best player on the Thunder, Jalen Williams, is out with a hammy, and Jalen Williams, solid little role player, played last night.
Oh, that's great.
How else do you do it? Anyhow, Jaylen Brown isn't happy in Boston, and I've already read the betting odds
But
on
why?
where he ends up.
Why is he not happy?
We haven't gotten the specifics on that. Maybe
Yeah.
it's roster management. Maybe it's.
I mean, they won the championship a couple years ago.
Yeah, but look at the roster now. They got rid of Drew Holiday. They got rid of Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah, but Kristaps
They traded
was never,
for Vukovic.
Yeah, Kristaps was never long for there. Vukovic is not long for there either.
Well, but
so-
they traded for him. They traded Anthony Simons for him. Like, they've made a lot of dumb moves. Brad Stevens is very overrated. I think we all know that. No one wants to say it, but he is.
Yeah.
He's won a championship, and you can never take that away.
True.
But some of the roster decisions are they're ass.
Yeah. Was he executive of the year?
Yes.
Again?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was executive of the year.
Right.
Yeah, how is he executive of the year?
Not in the other option.
And you know who didn't get any votes? Leon Rose.
Rose.
Why? Why? I don't like the Knicks. I'm honest about it.
Hold on. He didn't get any votes?
He didn't get any, first place votes. I think he didn't even finish in the top 5.
Now that's insulting.
Here's what should really insult you, Knicks fans. I'll tell you I don't like you, and you'll know it, and then I'll try to be honest in my coverage of them. These people, these national media buffoons, they lie to you. They don't admit that they hate you. So they won't say it, and then they'll just badmouth you.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you I hate you. So I hope you respect that, right, Sean? You do the same thing.
Yeah.
We're open and honest about it. These freaking guys in the media, oh, my God, they secretly hate you. They just won't say it. They'll vote against you for MVP and Executive of the Year awards. They'll badmouth you on TV.
Mm-hmm.
I take pride in the fact that we're honest about disliking you.
Yeah.
Right, Sean?
Yeah, like we'll call Joel Embiid a bitch.
That's right.
The New York Knicks are trash.
Damn right. When you find that Jaylen song, you let us know.
We're not going to be able to find it.
Why?
Because what happens when I'm out
Yeah.
in this new era post-Tommy here is that all of our stuff goes into a subfolder, gets deleted after a week. I'm the one that saves them into the permanent folder.
wow.
So anything that happened this week we don't have.
We'll have it. You freaking Andrew Kaplan is like a czar around
He
here.
knows. He knows what just happened.
Yeah, he's got the song. Don't you worry. Speaking of Tommy
I got
Luke, oh, you already have it?
Just like that.
Because Andrew Kaplan knew he was had.
All right, go play it. Let's hear it. This is
Why so many Jaylens in the NBA? I think it's way too many Jaylens in the NBA. Went to sleep and it was 10 Jaylens in the NBA. Woke up and now it's 30 Jaylens in the NBA. We got Jalen Smith on the Bulls and Jalen with a Y playing for the Timberwolves. Think it's a joke, but I'm actually earnest. Tell the truth, that ain't even really scratching the surface. Cause there's 607 players on the court playing. The 16 teams got a player named Jalen. And it's really 2 Jalen's on 3 teams. That's gotta be like 50% of the league. In the crib trying to figure what it all really means. I know they mama raised them like my son is my king. And I could probably recognize them all by facial. And I wouldn't be surprised if they was all biracial. But why so many Jaylens in the NBA? I think it's way too many Jaylens in the NBA. Went to sleep and it was 30 Jaylens in the NBA. Woke up and now it's 80 Jaylens in the NBA. We got Jalen Hood up on the Lakers, Wilson on the Nets, Jalen Smith is on the Pacers. Can't forget Jalen Duren is on the Pistons. Another Jalen out of Sacramento where the Kings is. Bridges, Harris, Williams on the Thunder. About to place bets on where the next one finna come from. My money on New York, the Chicago, cities with the most white baby mamas, far as I know. And the NFL is even more insane, dude. You ever seen Jalen Hurts and Speedy in the same room? Next draft, more Jalen's in a fold. And it's all thanks to the legendary Jalen Rose. But it's already way too many Jalen's in the NBA. Why so many Jalen's in the NBA? Went to sleep, 600 Jalen's in the NBA. Not a whole league is Jalen in the NBA.
Come on.
That's great.
That's an all-timer right
That is
there.
a great dude.
So whenever there's an honest screw-up of Jalen's, just understand why. There's too many Jalen's in the NBA.
You got to cut that and make it a drop. Too many Jalen's in the NBA?
Yeah, take care of that. Speaking of Tommy Lugauer, who does a great job at night rooting on the New York Knicks and making excuses for the New York Mets. I know Ozzie and Woodridge always keeps an eye on him. What's up, Oz?
Tommy can wait. How you guys doing?
Good, man. What's on your mind?
Whatever happened to the PC term Bob that you came up with, bunch of bitches, like Bob Embiid? Why don't you call him just that?
Yeah, that's true. That would have made it less of a big deal.
No biggie.
Like, that would have...
They would have been like, what's he talking about?
Yeah, it's a code lange.
Who's Bob?
Yeah.
His name is not Bob. His name is Jalen. I mean, Joel.
Why are there so many Bobs in the NBA? Got Jalen, Bob Brown up there. There's a lot of Bobs in the NBA.
There's a lot of Bob. There's a lot of Bobs in the NBA. It's a good point.
And it is not even in MLB. If CC Sabathia was doing that game last night, he would have called them Bob Caballero for bunting on DeGrom.
That's a great... no, he's right about that. You text CC and ask him if he's got an issue with Caballero laying down a bunt against an all-time great like Jacob DeGrom. Yeah, that's a good... Ozzie, I didn't even think of that last night. Good call by you.
Come on, bro. That's what I do, baby.
Yeah.
I don't. It benefited the Yankees.
Well, but is he fair? Is CC fair? He hates bunting. Now all of a sudden he's okay with bunting. Okay. Don't be a hypocrite like Boomer, who says
Yeah,
no
don't
one's...
be Bob Sabathia.
That's right.
If you're going to criticize
Don't do it. We got Boomer telling his staff, you better die in a snowstorm to come to work. Meanwhile, he golfs and he's tired, so he stays out on Long Island. I mean, don't be like Boomer, CC. All right. Enough of that.
And speaking of Bob's, my Hawks, I'm giving them full credit for waking up the Knicks. Tommy gets no credit because he ran out of the foxhole in Game 3 and didn't defend them. So my Hawks woke them up. And speaking of Tommy, who gets no credit whatsoever, bookmark this.
Yeah.
He's run out of ideas, right? That shirt said that
Kelly
the
Oubre is
player
wearing?
was wearing?
Yep.
Yeah. So the other night on his show, he said, well, Cohen will keep Stearns because that's his guy and he doesn't want to admit failure. But why don't we bring in, who has no experience whatsoever, Carlos Beltran to be the GM next year if the Mets season doesn't work out?
Ozzy.
What kind of
Ozzy, I
stuff
gotta
are we sitting on this show?
I gotta tell you, bro. And I have to find it. I think I suggested that on a Rico Bronya recently.
He has no experience, and then you're a Bob too for mentioning it, just like Tommy.
Well, but here's why. Can I explain it?
Go ahead.
The Mets don't have a GM. Like, we assume David Stearns is the GM, and he's basically acted as it.
Mm-hmm.
But since he took over as team president, he was going to keep Billy Epler. Billy Epler ended up getting fired or quit because of the whole injury stuff. And he hasn't hired a general manager.
But Carlos Beltran knows baseball.
He does.
And he knows contracts, and he knows the mentality of the player. So there's some like that not innate, but it's learned. But because he did it for so long, knowledge is valuable in sports organizations. You see this all the time.
I
right?
agree with you.
You see it with managers, obviously, in baseball. Guys have no experience. They just go manage, and some of them turn out to do it really well. But you've also seen it in front offices and other sports. Like John Lynch, he was never a GM. He was a Hall of Fame player. He was a broadcaster for 4 or 5 years, and then he's a GM.
Yeah.
And guess what? He's been pretty damn good with the 49ers. Matt Ryan, he stepped out of the game, went to the booth for 2 years, and now he's the president of football.
In Texas, Chris Young, the other Chris Young, is the general manager of the Rangers. I don't think it's crazy. And I think the only thing you could potentially, and I'm not even sure this is true, but potentially accuse Tommy of is ripping it all from the Rico Bronya.
No biggie.
Because I think I said it like a few weeks ago, like throwaway, not a big deal. Just, hey, I could see Beltran being a candidate to be the general manager if that's the role he wants. So I got to defend our guy.
Right.
It's not a terrible idea.
By the way, CC said he's playing golf. He didn't see it. He's in Augusta.
So he's going to punt the question.
Yeah, he punted.
Oh, Augusta. Dude, all I ask in life, whether it's me, you, everybody, is just be consistent. What's good for the goose has to be good for the gander.
It's a different game, though. It's a different game in 2026 than it was in 09 to whatever, 15, whatever he played for the Yankees.
You know what? I was saying this off air because Boomer took a lot of crap today because he did the show from a golf course or wherever he was. And no one would actually give him crap for it. The only reason people give him crap for it
is because he gives people crap.
Yeah, it's because he gives Jerry crap, Al crap, gave Sean crap, but I don't think that matters as much to us. They're on the staff. They're on the show.
Right.
It, legitimately bothers Jerry Recco, and I do not blame him for that. And I was saying to Sean off air that Mike Francesa, if he was ever confronted with that kind of hypocrisy, because he would do it too, Mike would simply look at you in the eyes and say, who are you? I'm Mike Francesa.
Clown.
Like, that's the reason I get to do it. Boomer and Cece are almost better off just saying, yeah, you know why I did it, Cherry? Because I'm Boomer Esiason. And I've been here a long time, and I've been here longer than Imus, and I do what I want, and the rules are different. I know it's arrogant, and it's something that Boomer wouldn't do. It's not even something Cece would do. But I almost think you're better off pulling a Francesa
Clown
than playing some kind of game where you're not a hypocrite.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean.
Like, CC could just say, you know what? I'm CC Sabathia, okay? I pitched in the World Series effectively. DeGrom pitched in one World Series game, and he sucked. Like, that's what if CC does that, I'd almost be like, whoa, okay.
Well,
disagree with you, but fine.
DeGrom hasn't earned the right not to be bunted on.
And let's face it, DeGrom's one World Series is sitting there as a bystander.
Right. But he got a ring.
Does he even count as a ring?
Of course.
I love Jake, but I don't know, man.
Look at you.
Does that count as a ring?
Yeah, Jim Finn has a Super Bowl ring. He didn't play it down in 2007 because he was hurt.
Okay.
Yeah, Yankees win this year. Randall Grichuk gets a ring.
That's true. That's true. And DeGrom did pitch that season. He pitched early in the season.
You're just trying to minimize his Texas Ranger career.
No, I'm not. Jacob DeGrom is a Hall of Famer, and he'll go in as a New York Met. And I even saw this last night, and I've seen it throughout his tenure in Texas. He's just not the same guy. He's still really good. I think he's still really effective, even though the Yankees touched him last night for the 6 runs. But even when he's good, he's not the same.
No, you don't fear him anymore, even if he's good. There was a time you faced Jacob DeGrom, like, how are we going to win tonight?
You know what it reminds me of? Pedro at the end of his career, where you find a way to get guys out, and you're still effective.
Yeah.
But you're not
dominant.
You're not dominant. Even though Jake's velocity is still there. It's not even about velocity. It's just about the way he would get swing and misses and his pinpoint, just his spot-on control that he used to have. And it's not even about walks. It's about perfect spot.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Like we see from Cam Schlittler now.
Yeah, to a degree. Like perfect command. Not in his last start, but certainly before that.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
He's just a different guy. What?
Not in his last start.
Well, he wasn't good in it. He wasn't great in his last
Yeah,
start.
he couldn't find the strike zone. He's right.
Yeah. Well, what did
He's
I
still
say?
good.
He was great.
He winked, Tiki. You didn't see the wink.
You know what Cam Schlittler is right now?
What's that?
No joke.
He's the favorite to win the American League.
Exactly.
Is he really?
Yes,
Dude,
because Skubal went down, and all of a sudden,
Not
Cam
even Fried?
Schlittler is the favorite.
Well, I
No.
guess Fried had a tough start, but not really.
Cam Schlittler is the favorite. I think Max Fried is third, if I'm not mistaken.
Did you notice, too? He became the most bet-on Cy Young winner exactly 2 hours before the Skubal news came out on Polymarket.
Oh, of course.
So people knew. Well, because you know why? I got to defend this a little bit.
Of course.
Skubal, in one of his last starts, I think it was his last start, and I noticed it, didn't make a big deal of it, called the trainer out. Okay,
yeah.
did you guys see this? In the middle of his start, he calls the trainer out.
I saw it with someone else. Another pitcher did this as well.
And then he stayed in the game. And it was not a big deal. It was just like, oh, yeah, something happened. He's fine. Then you get, hey, Skubal's going to miss his next start, but no worries. It's precautionary.
Yeah, okay.
And then you get he's having surgery and he's out for 3 months.
Yeah.
So it's not like the Skubal thing really came by surprise.
Okay, that's fair.
The moment the trainer came out, you probably should have made that freaking bet.
No,
honestly.
you're right. No, you're absolutely right.
Or
By
that
the way,
trade.
Another injury to details. We knew about this happening yesterday, but Carlos Correa will now miss the remainder of the 2026 season, shortstop for the Astros.
Wow.
After tearing a tendon in his ankle, he will undergo surgery and will be out for 6 to 8 months.
Wow. Now, I did some research on this before the show. It is not, I repeat, not the same ankle under question when the Giants and the Mets had verbally agreed to contracts with him and both teams backed off. First it was San Francisco, then it was the Mets.
Yep.
It was actually the other foot.
You guys dodged a bullet with that.
Well, we dodged a bullet because he's just not, for other reasons.
But when you have, I don't know how it physiologically is, but you got to assume when you have a major issue with one side of your lower body, leg injury, the other one's going to get taxed.
Oh, so you think it affected it?
100%. I mean, how else can you explain it?
Yeah. No, I don't know.
Unless there was an acute injury, which I don't think there was. I think this is a wear thing. So Carlos Correa done for the year.
Interesting. Let's go to John in Garden City. Hey, John.
Hey, guys.
What's
so,
up, dude?
Evan, there's a lot more 98-26 comparisons that you're not even thinking about that I just want to raise. I've had a few minutes to look. So, number one would be Rock Raines is a 38-year-old former MVP, just like Paul Goldschmidt is a 38-year-old former MVP. We needed Goldschmidt last night. He jumped in. He hit a home run, played great. The 98 Yankees had a very crafty lefty with a pickoff move that they put up on the screen next to Max Fried. His name was Andy Pettit. They're not so different. Great pitchers. There is a lot. Here's what it boils down to. We're a Mason Miller away from being the 98 team because there's no Mariano Rivera.
That's a big deal, though. I mean, that's a big. Now, credit to David Bednar. What he did last night was actually really impressive. He comes into a close game, bases loaded, 1 out, and he gets out of it. But saying we're a Mariano Rivera away, I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, they won in 96 with Wetland closing games, and that's who Bednar pitches like.
Yeah, but who was setting up Wetland in 1996?
Brent Hedrick.
No, so Brent Hedrick is Mariano Rivera?
Oh, we're getting there.
Hedrick.
It goes back and forth. I'm so sick of this. I was calling him Hedrick forever, and then everybody started calling him Hedrick. Now I'm Hedrick, and you give me Hedrick.
Are you aware that there's also a song that someone created called Why There's Only One Jaylen in the NHL? So instead of there's too many
No.
Jaylens in the NBA.
Are you serious?
Yeah. There's a why is there only one Jaylen in the NHL song? Would you want to hear that song?
Be very careful.
I know.
Be very careful.
Well, I haven't heard I haven't heard the song yet.
To it?
I haven't heard the song yet.
Just stop at a break and listen to the song.
All right, we'll take a listen to the song
Wait,
and see.
did you listen to it?
No, I didn't. But be careful. That's all I'm saying.
I haven't heard the song yet. We'll take a listen to it and see if it's worth playing.
It's Hedrick.
Hedrick.
So that's what I just said, and he corrected me. What he
Do you know what his theme song should be? Do you guys remember Al Snow?
Where he had the head?
In the WWF at the time? His song was, what does everybody want? What does everybody need?
I'm not saying that.
No, Hedrick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But isn't it? Never mind.
That could be his walkout song. That's not a bad idea.
That is a terrible idea.
We'll get back to your calls in a second. 888-808-1019. And there is more Yankee controversy. Did you see what Garrett Cole did last night? Pretty ugly what Garrett Cole pulled off last night. We'll address it coming up. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire, nobody. Spring is the perfect time to refresh your home, and Window-Rama is making it easier than ever during the spring refresh sale. Save up to 30% on your window and door project, plus take advantage of low to no interest payment plans when you purchase and install with Window-Rama. It's simple. Book your free in-home consultation, shop from home, and let their local certified experts handle measurement and installation. Visit windowrama.com to book your free in-home consultation today.
With the warm months just about here, it's time for a healthier you. My good buddy, John Gallucci Jr., CEO of JAG Physical Therapy, always tells me how important it is to focus on your biomechanical chain to help reduce injuries. Now is the time for you and your loved ones to turn to JAG to get stronger and function at a higher level. The dedicated team of physical therapists at JAG Physical Therapy will develop a plan specifically for you to help prevent injuries. If you and your loved ones have an existing injury, their expertise and commitment will help you get back to the life you love. Schedule your appointment today at jagpt.com. That's jagpt.com.
Talk sports with Craig Carton and Chris McMonagle on The Carton Show. Afternoons from 2 to 7 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
If I'm the Dallas Cowboys or the Buffalo Bills, I'm on the phone with the Indianapolis Colts to trade for the number 4 overall pick in the 2023 draft, quarterback Anthony Richardson. Buffalo's backup quarterback is Kyle Allen. Dallas's backup quarterback is Sam Howell. For two teams that harbor legitimate Super Bowl aspirations this year, that's not good enough. Anthony Richardson, a worthy roll of the dice for either of those teams. I'm Nick Costos.
Shriners Hospitals for Children has been creating wonderful opportunities for children in need. This life-changing medical care helps them do the things they've always dreamed of. Go to loveshriners.org.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
For year-round home comfort and energy savings, you need the best HVAC system in service. That's why you need to go with Petro. Right now, Petro has an offer for a new energy-efficient central AC system from America's most trusted brand, Trane, with $0 down and low monthly payments. For expert AC tune-ups and 24/7 emergency repairs, go with your local HVAC pros. Go with Petro. Go to petro.com, call 844-HVAC-4YOU or 844-482-2496 today.
Calling all hoops fans. Ready for the NBA playoffs? Get in on the action throughout basketball's most exciting time of the year with BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. From same-game parlays to live bets, you can call your shots during any play. Rooting for your favorite players? You'll find all sorts of markets for betting on any star's performance on any given night of the playoffs. Don't miss a single highlight or buzzer-beating shot by getting all your picks in with BetMGM. Ready to shoot your shot? Download the app today. Make your bets and experience the thrill of the NBA playoffs like never before. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 7 days. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Operating engineers Local 825 are the men and women who make our region move. So whether it's roads, bridges, or our favorite team stadium, they build and maintain the critical transportation, water, and energy infrastructure we rely on. That's why their advocacy organization, ELEC, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, fights for those priorities every day. That's ELEC, representing the signatory contractors and the hardworking men and women who build both New York and New Jersey.
At Nielsen, fun is in the driver's seat.
It's the Memorial Funbelievable event at Nielsen Dodge.
You can lease a new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram for $299 or under.
Choose from hundreds of new Jeeps, Chryslers, Dodges, and Rams.
You'll start feeling the vibes the minute you arrive. Fun is in the driver's seat.
Lease a new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited 4x4, just $299 a month. Yes, just $299 per month.
Or choose from hundreds of certified pre-owned vehicles. Plus, we'll give you top dollar for your trade-in.
Under $299, that's Funbelievable.
Drive away today for just $299 or under on Route 10 in East Hanover, online at nielsendodge.com.
At Nielsen Dodge.
Fun is in the driver's seat.
Declaration of Deal Sales Event. With approval, term 36 months, due at signing, $52.99, add tax time, $4.98 NOC, and DMV fees.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Allstate is Metro New York's trusted auto insurer, protecting cars across the tri-state area. We're by your side when you need us most, providing you with affordable auto coverage you can rely on. So switch to Allstate today, and you could save an average of $713 on auto insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate. Based on the national average annual savings for new customers surveyed in 2024, savings vary, subject to terms and availability.
I need a little range, step to the range, come on, meet me at the range.
Introducing the new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club Sandwich. With that juicy Chick-fil-A chicken on a buttermilk ranch bun, jalapeno ranch sauce, and pickled jalapenos, it's a little ranch with a lot of kick. The new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club with original spicy or grilled filet. Available for a limited time only. Order ahead on the Chick-fil-A app.
The Rico Bronya podcast on the Odyssey app is proudly sponsored by Mio Sparkling Sake, the official sake of the New York Mets. Enjoy at Citi Field or your favorite spot. A new tradition in sake, Mio Sparkling Sake.
We're throwing one of the biggest parties of the year and want you there. Come hang with us at WFAN's annual kickoff to summer with Boomer and Gio. Live from DJ's on Ocean Avenue in Belmar on Friday, May 22nd at 6 a.m. We'll get your Memorial Day weekend started with a bash featuring special guest, certified platinum country rock band, Parmalee.
Home is where my heart is still beating.
We want to see you and your friends down the shore for WFAN's Kickoff to Summer 2026. It's all brought to you by Flag and Anthem, Boar's Head, committed to craft since 1905. Spiked Aid, and your home for New York sports, WFAN.
I don't know if you guys are going to think this is awesome or not, because it can go both ways. You can either say, you know what, that's badass, good job by Garrett Cole, or you could say, dude, that's real Bush League. Garrett Cole was pitching in a rehab start yesterday. He didn't pitch well, not a big deal. He's working his way back from Tommy John surgery. And one of the Chicago White Sox top prospects, a kid by the name of Caleb Bonamar, I think is his name, he has been tearing it up down in the minor leagues. And he hit a home run. I think it was his 12th home run that he's hit. Caleb Bonamar. In his second at-bat, he got a base hit. Ripped another base hit against him. In his third at-bat, on the very first pitch, Garrett Cole drilled him. Just absolutely drilled him.
Right.
And I look, he's in single A. He's a top prospect, but he's a kid. And he squared up and barreled Garrett Cole twice. And Garrett Cole's response was to drill him. Are we good with that?
I mean, he didn't want to throw more pitches. So he just said, get this kid out of the way. Just get on base. He doesn't want to embarrassingly, intentionally walk a single A batter. So you just hit him.
Yeah, but the results down in the minors do not matter. So even if, he hit another home run, it's
embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
You don't think this is embarrassing?
To hit him?
He hit a single A player because he couldn't get him out.
Part of rehab is rehab and everything, including your edge.
So you're in favor of it?
Of course I am.
I don't mind it.
It's been a year and a half, dude. He's got to get his edge back.
I like drilling people. That came out wrong. I understand pitchers who drill hitters. It's a part of the game. And I know sometimes it sounds like, oh, you're such a baby. You can't get a guy out. You drill him. It happened last night with Framber Valdez, though I think there's more to that story.
Right.
He gave up 10 runs, was still in the game, and he hit a batter.
Yeah.
I think it was Trevor's story. But the truth was, I think he was frustrated that the Red Sox were stealing signs on him. Finally realized it, let out his frustration by hitting him. And it looked bad. He's getting killed all the way around, including his own manager. A.J. Hinch basically ripped him.
Right.
So I think that sometimes it's frowned upon, and sometimes it's that's what Bob Gibson would have done. This is single A, and it's a prospect. It just feels unnecessary.
Why? It's just because I think what Sean is getting at is that when you get back to the major leagues, having an edge and having people, quote unquote, fear you is important. And so he's got to practice getting that back. He hasn't pitched in a long time. And so you drill a kid who, again, it feels odd and unnecessary because how old is this kid?
I think he's 21 years old.
21 years
old. He's
old.
in single A, bro.
Exactly. But still, he's still got to get the edge. I mean, it's baseball.
These
things happen.
If I'm Caleb Bonamar, I think this is the coolest thing ever.
100%.
Because
I earned the respect.
Yeah.
Enough so that I had to get drilled.
I'm at single A, hitting a bunch of home runs. I was ripping Garrett Cole, and I so got to Garrett Cole that he hit me on purpose. I think that's an incredible badge of honor for him. But I don't know, man. Look kind of
Well,
soft.
apparently you have a problem with it. What's your problem with it?
It looks weak.
How does it look weak?
Because you're drilling
it's
a single
baseball,
A.
though. It's what happens in baseball.
No, and that's why I acknowledge that. If this was at the major league level, if Garrett Cole did that to Rafael Devers, who
or even 21-year-old, what's his name? Bonamar? What if he's on the White Sox?
If he was a major leaguer?
If he was a major leaguer?
Yeah, I think I'd probably be like, it's baseball. It is what it is. The fact it's in single A, he did it at Dutchess Stadium.
Yeah, but I don't think
What are we doing?
I don't think that Garrett Cole differentiates that. You know how he is.
I guess he's a competitor.
He's just always dialed in. And if he's not dialed in, then he's not Garrett Cole.
I guess this is a personal story. So for many years, I ran a baseball league. We called it Twitter Baseball. Then I changed the name to the Fan Baseball League, where a bunch of listeners, we just ran a baseball league. And I had a good relationship with Dutchess Stadium. It was before the Hudson Valley Renegades had an affiliation with the Yankees. So before that, I think they may have been affiliated with the Tampa Bay, I think was the team. And so we would open our baseball season at that stadium every year, Dutchess Stadium, beautiful stadium, upstate New York. Haven't done it in years because I don't run the league anymore, and the Yankees took over. They do not like me very much. I've pitched on that mound. I've gotten people out on that mound. I've drilled people on that mound. And the idea that a future Hall of Famer was so sensitive about a guy ripping him that he hit someone on that mound, I don't know, man. It just feels, there's something weird about it. There's something that just feels, I don't know, soft about it. But hey, look, if the guy's healthy and he comes back and helps you, no Yankee fan will mind. If he does it to a major leaguer, nobody will mind. But he did drill a single A player. I guess I want to be fair, and I want you guys to be fair. Like we talked about earlier, you just want to be consistent. If a single A Yankee prospect was drilled by Jacob deGrom on a rehab assignment, what would you say? Would you say the same thing? That's cool, no problem?
Here's what I would say. I don't know if that single A player, he doesn't know if he's ever going to make it. Guess what? You have a story to tell for the rest of your life.
Fact.
Jacob DeGrom drilled me on a rehab assignment. Garrett Cole drilled me on a rehab assignment.
Well, we agree on that. I already said, I think it's cool for the kid.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
just
that's
saying,
why
what
I think
would
I
you
would say that
about the pitcher?
I don't think I have an issue with the pitcher because you gave the kid a memory he'll have for the rest of his life.
All right, fair enough. By the way, I tried to get the chicken finger ice cream last night.
What happened?
So I was in a weird spot. My son didn't want it. He wanted to look at it. Like, he wasn't interested in eating the ice cream. It was more, I just want to see what it looks like. I mean, that's a normal kid thing, right?
Not at all.
Not?
No.
Not at all.
A kid gets to eat ice cream wrapped as fried chicken. He'd rather just look at it?
Was not interested in the ice cream. Just thought it was weird. But he was curious about it. So he's like, get it. I can't wait to look at it. So I'm in this spot where I'm getting it for myself, but sort of for him because he wants to look at it. The line, because there's only 3 locations, I think, at Yankee Stadium that sell the ice cream, was insanely long. Just insanely long. And so a buddy of mine went on the line. He gets all these sold out. But don't worry, we may restock in the 5th inning. Where they keep all the ice cream?
There's a million of them at every Stu Leonard's. How hard is this to keep in stock?
I don't know, but they did restock, in fairness. But the line was just so long. And I was like, I'm not doing this. I don't want to miss the entire game. And it's not like my son's eating it. He wants to look at
Now,
it.
let me ask you about this line. Because they're selling them at the Mr. Softy stand, even though it is, in fact, not Mr. Softy.
Correct.
So it is now causing people who just want the classic helmet cup
Yes.
to get completely screwed because they can't keep up on inventory with fried chicken.
That is correct, yes.
That's absurd.
We didn't get any ice cream last night because of the line. It was
You know
absurd.
what? I'll come to you this with Evan. The 98 Yankees, this would never happen. You'd get your food and be fine.
What'd they serve at the old Yankee Stadium?
They had an Arby's.
Did they really?
Yeah, third baseline, food court.
I don't remember that.
Did they really?
Oh, yeah. Roast beef roll, 96 open and down, never forget.
Wow. And, of course, they had the Mr. Softy because that's like a landmark of baseball.
I don't think it was Mr. Softy, but it was soft serve.
Well, the Mets had Carvel, now that I think about it.
That's right, they did.
But it was, so it was Carvel, but it was soft serve.
That's it, exactly.
It was basically the same thing.
Vanilla, chocolate, swirl, sprinkles, helmet, bang.
Yeah, but you are right. It's a great call that those that just want other desserts or other ice creams have to wait on the exact same line that most people are waiting on for the chicken.
That's not cool.
It's not cool. We got to fix this. I don't know what the Yankees could do. I don't know if it's opening up more stands or what they have to do, but they got to fix it.
Have like little mini food trucks with the ice cream chicken things.
That's a good idea.
Right, you just need a little stand-up freezer to pop them in.
Yeah, that's right. It's not like you're creating them in the back and bringing them out.
You open up a package, you put them in a bucket. Let's be honest.
Also, don't you think things would move quicker? Because I've seen this at a lot of arenas and stadiums, and I think Yankee Stadium has it to a degree, where there are actually no cashiers. You just go into a store, you pick it out yourself, and then as you leave, like there's magic and your credit card is charged, and that's it. So there's no lines. You just walk in, you take it, you leave.
Does Yankee Stadium have that?
I don't know. I know Barclays Center has it.
Yeah, with the beers.
Yeah, we love it.
Which is awesome.
Dude, how great was that? We just walk right in, take our beers, and leave. It's like magic. Actually, it's not magic. You put your credit card in to get into the place.
Right.
And then
it tracks you. And then as you walk out, it's like, all right, ding, ding, ding. All right, see ya. Enjoy.
How crazy is
They
that?
do pop them open for you, though.
Yeah, because you can't. God forbid you walk away with the caps.
Like you walk away from the door and they explode open?
No, like they take the caps from
Like there's somebody
Oh,
there.
somebody actually does
Somebody
it.
there pops
Yeah.
it open.
I thought there was like you walk out and they open.
No.
Let's get back to your calls. 888-808-1019, the number. Limo driver, Ed, what's shaking? LDE.
Hey, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
All's good.
What's up? Hello? Oh, he's gone.
Yeah.
He just disappeared. That
dropped
sucks.
Well,
Al
he
is
was in the Pocono. So
Is
maybe
that
he
what it
dropped,
was?
yes.
No.
What's
Al
up,
in
Al?
Keyport. What's up, Al?
What's happening? Thank you for the call. While I was waiting, I want to add. I called about Brunson, but the Mets ought to hire David Cohn. And if DeGrom makes the Hall of Fame, Dwight Gooden should be in there.
Yeah.
And the reason Brunson is so hard to guard is he got the tremendous footwork and all that, but plus, and then when you get down to the end, he's left-handed. And when you're playing somebody, if you're not thinking about them being left-handed, it gives you that
That's a good point.
half a second
Hey, Al,
more.
Al, let me stop you real
You
quick.
can get the shot off.
David Cohn
What?
to do what? To manage?
To be the general manager of the Mets, yeah.
Well, I don't know if he wants to be a general manager. I think David Cohn wants to manage. I think he interviewed for the Yankee job when it was open many years ago. And I think he'd be really good at it because I think what David Cohn does really well is he blends analytics with, being a former player and also having the touch and the feel of understanding what players go through. So I think if David wanted to pursue it, I think he'd be good at it. I don't know if he wants to be a pitching coach. I don't know if he wants to go straight to manager. General manager is a completely different
Yeah,
job.
he's been out of the game for a minute now. So I wonder why he's never done it if he wants to be a general manager or never gotten the opportunity. Because it feels like those guys that played that were great that want to do it, they often just get an opportunity.
I think the broadcasting job is such a better job.
Oh, I would 100%
I mean, you get
agree.
paid a ton of money. You have
100%.
no pressure, and you go talk about baseball.
But eventually, if you really do love being in the clubhouse,
right,
you kind of tend to go back to coaching.
Yeah, but I think there's being a coach, whether it's a pitching coach or it's a bullpen coach, it's almost like you don't get paid that much
And
money.
It's a little bit thankless.
You got brutal travel schedules. I think if you could make the jump right to manager, where you're making a few $1 million a year and you're the head guy, you'll probably make that jump. And some people are able to. I mean, Aaron Boone went right from TV to managing. He didn't do any of the other stuff.
Right.
Carlos Beltran, before he unceremoniously got fired before he even did it, was going straight from being, the glorified assistant GM,
And that
whatever
was
he
only
was.
a couple years after he left, right?
Yeah, he was out of baseball like a few years earlier.
Right.
So I think if you've got to do the grind, it's probably not worth it. But if you can go straight to the big chair, I mean, why wouldn't you? Because then you make all the money.
Yeah.
But it's like being a coach. It's like if I came to you right now and said, all right, Teak, you can become the head coach of the New York Giants. There's probably a level of you that say, wow, I may do that.
Yeah.
I get $5 million a year, and I'm
No,
the guy.
these guys are making at least 10 now.
That's true. So you'd make more than that.
100%.
Versus, hey, Tiki, do you want to be my running back coach? And it's like, no, I'm not going to do that.
You pay me like a college head coach? Then yeah, let's go.
Right, and that's not what happens. You don't get paid like that.
No,
So-
not at all.
Yeah, crazy. What was that, Sean?
Down in Philadelphia this morning, Hugh Douglas has responded to Tiki.
They're
Barber.
still pissed at Tiki?
Let's go, Hugh.
All right, what did you have
I'm
to
going to
say?
blind play this off the IP account
Oh,
that's
all right.
come out on Twitter.
All right.
All right, but I'm assuming they're not putting out curses, so brace with me. All right, we're
All right,
all
here
going
we
to
go.
listen.
Hugh Douglas on Tiki Barber calling Joel Embiid. What was it again?
You're a whiny bitch.
That was
Hugh
it.
is my era, too.
Exactly. So I'm
All right.
curious. I'm blind listening to this with everybody
Well,
here.
before you say anything, there's no doubt he's going to turn on you.
Of course.
He's a Philadelphia
has
talk
to.
show host.
He has
so
to.
he's going to come out angry at Tiki. Now, do you have a relationship with you?
No, because he's a little bit, I think he's actually older than me.
Yeah.
Because he was in the middle of his career when I first got into the league. But he is my era. And so I know he's not soft-minded.
Hugh Douglas, a very nice guy.
Those guys had to grind.
Yeah.
Back in the early to mid 90s.
Hugh and I,
you weren't making any money, and so even if you were a superstar, you still had to grind.
Yeah. And Hugh's a nice guy. Remember, we were at WIP a couple years ago. We were breaking down Mets Phillies
Right,
baseball.
that's right.
Nice guy, had a beautiful beard. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear Hugh Douglas try to get vicious on Tiki Barber.
First of all, I want to give first of all, I didn't know we could say bitch on the air.
Hold on,
But
stop
here's
it.
the reality.
Stop
of the
it,
situation.
stop it.
What are they doing in Philly? I'm being for real. Because I've been in radio for a minute now. Years ago, you ask. That's what you do. You say these things. What? You didn't know?
He didn't know.
He's been doing this for as long as I have.
They got very tough restrictions on IP in Philadelphia. You can't say the B word. All right? Start it from the beginning.
Much respect to Tiki, and I'm not going to take personal shots at him, but I will say this. Having a broken arm is different than having somebody cut your body open and take something out. That's totally different.
Sure.
And to say that this man is a bitch is real disrespectful. That is punch in the face word. That's come down to the studio and slap your bitch ass across the face. That's what that is, because that's what you did, because you disrespected the code in a sense. Now, the one thing that I try never to do is disrespect a professional athlete, because it's a brotherhood. Even though it's not the sport that I played, he played the sport at the highest level. And Joel Embiid is a Hall of Famer. Joel Embiid is regardless to what we say about him, we can sit here and we can talk about him flopping and him foul baiting and all this other stuff. But this cat has played his ass off in the finals every time he's been hurt, because he's been hurt the whole time that I've been here. Now, we might not like it, but he's ours. And when we talk about family, don't nobody else can talk about family. And when you call him out his name like that, that's when I get a little bit upset. You're comparing a broken arm to surgery that he came back from weeks early to play for his team, and he's dropping 30. That's real disrespectful, and you should apologize to him, because I know for a fact if you went out there with a broken arm, you had a cast on. So it's not like you had your naked ass arm out there playing. You had something on there, some form of protection. Now you talk about a bitch move, like to wear some red pumps for what was it, kinky boots?
Oh, come on.
With you had on some kinky boots. You had on some red kinky boots. Come on, dog. You can't do that. You can't be disrespecting the folks down here in Philly like that.
Come on.
Now you're being homophobic?
He brought
Come
up
on,
kinky
you.
boots. Come on.
Tiki in kinky boots is the thumbnail of this tweet.
I love it. I love it.
Kinky boots.
I couldn't have asked for better publicity than this.
Oh, man.
And what did he even say?
I think he said, first of all, the injury to Joel is different. See, I don't think he heard what you said.
Of course
you
he didn't.
said it's great that you're playing, but don't bitch about it.
Right.
Like you're a bitch because you're complaining about a basketball play that Mikal Bridges made, and it's like, oh, but that's the spot where I had the surgery. Like we all agree it's tough that you came out and played, but you don't get to whine about it.
Right. How long ago was this surgery?
I mean,
it was long enough that he was cleared to play. It wasn't last week.
Yeah, let me see.
No, Tiki, the biggest issue here is why did the first person say organ and he said something removed from your body? He had appendicitis. Kindergartners get appendicitis. They get the appendix removed. They're back within a week.
I know.
I know this is a physical
April
sport.
9th, by the way, so it was a little less than a month ago.
A month ago.
April 9th, yes.
And so I don't know about appendicitis healing, but I know he's been cleared to play basketball for a long time. And I am sure that in the Boston Celtics series, or maybe even back at the end of the regular season, someone ran into Joel Embiid trying to run through a screen. And they probably won that game. They didn't get their asses kicked like they did in Game 1 against the New York Knicks. And he didn't say anything about it. But because they got their asses kicked, he made an excuse about Mikal Bridges being a dirty player for running through a screen and hitting him where he had an appendicitis. So, look, I make a comparison to what I can relate to. I never had an appendicitis. By the way, I never missed games after week 1 or year 1 of my NFL career. And I did play with a broken arm, and I didn't have a cast on it. I had a little tiny brace on it that still hurt like crazy. So it's not, you can't compare apples to oranges, but Joel Embiid, I never complained. I never said, my arm is broken, don't hit me. It's unfair if you hit my broken arm. I never said that. I played in the playoffs. I played in the Super Bowl with a broken arm. Joel Embiid is bitching about having appendicitis, and Mikal Bridges, who underweighs him by about 100 pounds, ran through a screen, and that's why they lost. That's what it sounded like to me. So, yes, he is yours. Deal with your own peeps then.
Yeah, and you know what's going to happen, and I'm sure Hugh will do it. I'm sure many will do it.
Right.
In a week and a half, they'll all say the same stuff.
Right.
But right now, it's you saying it. It's New York saying it. You even said it at the end. He's one of ours. We got to protect ours.
We can talk about him, but you can't.
Right. We can rip him.
Sorry.
You can't. Well,
sorry.
We just did. And guess what? As the great Clint Capella once said, what are you going to do about it? And I'll tell you what you're going to do about it. And I say this because Philly doesn't know this. I'm rooting for you. I hate the New York Knicks. So I'm on your side. As much as that disgusts me and I need to take hot showers every single night, or I think it's cold showers every single night. Here's what you're going to do about it. You're going to do nothing about it because you're going to lose because you're not as good.
Go score 40 and every dunk rub your belly.
Yes.
Do that.
Yeah.
Do that.
Do you think Joel Embiid gets asked about the Tiki comment, Sean?
How does he not? Now we have multiple radio shows in Philadelphia talking about it. Of course he will.
Now, I assume he will too. Joel's got a few routes here, and I'm going to defend him a little bit. I think he's actually one of those athletes who may not know who you are because he wasn't born here.
Well, I've met him.
Oh, okay, that's a different story.
Yeah.
You've met him?
I was at dinner with Michael Rubin and him.
And had the how brief conversation?
Yeah, it's a cool dude. So I respect him, which is why I have a problem with him saying that his appendicitis is in getting run through by Mikal Bridges was so bad for him.
So he can, if he's asked about this, say he doesn't know who you are. That'd be a lie.
Yeah, well, I mean, he might not know who I am.
But
I was retired when I met him.
Right, but I'm sure you were introduced.
Yeah, but
was it a weird? What kind of introduction was it?
How long has he been in the league?
I mean, it's been in the league for a while now. I think almost a decade.
It's not 20 years.
No, it's not been 20 years.
My point is, when I met him, I was long retired.
Okay.
So he might. I don't assume everybody knows who I am.
He was drafted in 2014.
Yeah, I was retired for 7 years.
He was also born in 1994, but he was also born in Cameroon. So, and I think he came over in high school. So
Tiki retired when he was 13 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you may know who you are. I don't know.
I don't assume that he did.
The
I just
question
met
is-
him because I was in an event with Michael Rubin.
The question is, how does he handle it when he's asked? You know, does Joel say
He shouldn't care.
he shouldn't care? I mean,
The current players shouldn't respond to media. They shouldn't.
but they get asked about it.
Of course, but they shouldn't respond to it.
Right, but you're not media. You're a former athlete.
Of course, but I'm more. I've been a media member twice as long as I was an athlete.
Yeah.
Twice as long. And I've done a lot of things, including being on Broadway in Kinky Boots.
That's right, which Hugh Douglas now has a problem
Which was amazing. And you just don't know because you've never done anything outside of this. So experience life a little bit.
Yeah.
And stop being homophobic.
Yeah, you tell him. I love this. I love this New York Philly thing. God, it's like watching everything on fire, you know? And it's like, yeah, I want to have some s'mores. Is it s'mores or schmores? S'mores.
S'mores. Who's ever called them s'mores?
I don't know. Did you see what James Dolan did the other day, by the way?
No.
I want to play this real quick, and we'll get to your phone calls, 888-808-1019, and Sean's got a Cinco. So James Dolan doesn't speak to the media often. It's why when he comes on this station with Craig and Big Mac, what he did a few months ago, it's like it's the only time you hear from him.
Right.
The only other time you hear from James Dolan is at these financial calls. So he was doing a call where I guess they were talking about the financial gains of the Sphere that he is the leader of, the Sphere in Las Vegas.
Right.
And so he was talking about the finances, and he was asked about the SG&A or something. Wait, what's the financial term? Like the SG&A?
What?
The SG... What's it called?
Green shoots?
I don't even know what you're talking. Like, what are you alluding to?
Hold on, I'll figure
The
it out.
SG&A?
He was asked about SG&A costs, which I'm not familiar with.
He only scored 18 last night.
No. Well, that's his joke. Ladies and gentlemen, here's James Dolan responding at a conference call to a question about SG&A costs.
How we should think about SG&A for the remainder of the year.
Boy,
Oh,
I'm really tempted to crack a joke here. Yes, I will. So SGA is a great basketball player, and when we get to the finals, I'm sure we're going to beat him. Having said that, I think I'll turn the real question over to Robert.
They didn't even answer the question, but yeah, he made an SGA joke.
I'm sure it's like sales growth.
Yeah.
Sales growth approximate. I don't know if I've never heard that term.
I never heard it. All I know is James Dolan predicted the New York Knicks are winning an NBA championship with that joke.
If he would have said P&L, maybe I would have understood.
But then
SGA?
But then there would be no joke.
If you're Dolan, just go for the joke. Don't say I was going to make a joke. Just make the joke.
He went out and made it. And I don't think it's a joke. He said we're winning the NBA championship. That's what I took out of that.
Oh, selling general and administrative expenses. Oh, got it.
I thought
it's like overhead. It's like the cost it costs you, cost of goods sold type of thing.
Can you believe Dolan's thinking 2 rounds ahead? Boy, I'll tell you.
He should be feeling confident on this run.
Oh, I understand. We'll get back to your calls coming up. 888-808-1019 is the toll-free number. Plus, from a basketball standpoint, what would have to change for the Philadelphia 76ers to get back into this series? And a crazy NFL rumor that we need to address. We'll get to all that coming up here in this 12 o'clock hour. If you're still looking for the perfect Mother's Day gift, give something unforgettable the whole family will talk about for years to come. Now through Sunday, May 10th, buy one adult ticket and get one kid's ticket free at fanaticsfest.com. Fanatics Fest, the world's #1 sports fan festival, returns to the Javits Center in New York City from July 16th to the 19th. See celebrities and athletes from all your favorite league panels. There'll be live panels, autographs, photo ops, rare trading cards, and memorabilia, plus exclusive merch drops you can only get at Fanatics Fest.
I think that on that sales call, he was asking if whoever you were employing is making too much money. John Oliver and Seth Meyers in residency at the Beacon Theater. 27 sold-out shows and counting, and due to demand, 4 additional dates have been added in 2026 on September 27th, October 25th, November 22nd, and December 13th. Tickets are on sale now. There are limited tickets still available for upcoming shows on May 31st and June 14th. Tickets and more info available at Ticketmaster.com.
This portion of the program is sponsored by Total Orthopedics, the experts at getting you back to being you. Total Orthopedics is expanding across Long Island and New Jersey with offices coming to Babylon, West Babylon, Comac, and West Orange. From sprains and broken bones to complex sports injuries, they're the experts at getting you back to being you. Visit TotalOrthoSportsMed.com today.
Philadelphia rolled into the Garden with confidence at an all-time high. But it wasn't enough as Jaylen Brunson's big night brought the Sixers back down to earth. Will New York continue the domination back at the Shop tonight? The latest breaking Knicks news, the biggest Knicks opinions, and the most trusted voices delivering them all live here. Your home for New York sports is 101.9 FM WFAN.
Hi, I'm Kamiko, the founder of Miko's Hot Chicken. When we started our family restaurant, we were also raising a family. But let me tell you, it wasn't easy. Our Chase Ink card was there to reward us on all of our business needs. Now we have a thriving location, and we're hungry for more.
With the Chase Ink Business Unlimited card, you can earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase, so your business can go from here to possible. Chase for business. Make more with yours. Real business owners compensated for their participation. Cards issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Verizon Small Business Days are going on right now. This is the best time for small businesses to score great deals from Verizon Business and get one-on-one time with a business expert who will help with everything your business needs. These experts partner up with you to make sure you've got the best tech, devices, and plans so your business can get the W. Give Verizon Business a call to schedule a meeting with an expert during Small Business Days going on now through May 10th. Call 1-800-483-4428 or you can go to VerizonBusiness.com.
Whenever water damage strikes your home or business, call on the cleanup and restoration specialists at 1-800-SERVPRO to help make it like it never even happened. That's 1-800-SERVPRO.
Franchises are independently owned and operated.
When it comes to getting the guaranteed lowest price on Falcon tires, there's only one place to go, Town Fair Tire. And when it comes to getting more free services for life than anywhere else on Falcon tires, there's only one place to go, Town Fair Tire. So when you're in the market for the best deal on Falcon tires, get to Town Fair, because nobody beats a Town Fair tire deal. And I mean absolutely nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Take the guesswork out of cooking, folks. The Chef IQ senses a must-have wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates under or overcooking chicken, fish, or steak. Order the newly released third-generation Chef IQ Sense at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PROMO25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PROMO25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PROMO25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Mother's Day, celebrate her with something truly special. At P.F. Chang's, enjoy a 5-course celebration experience starting at just $89.99. Featuring premium entrees like New York prime strip steak tataki, oolong Chilean sea bass, and lobster and prawn fried rice, plus the bold signature flavors she loves. It's more than a meal. It's a celebration made just for her. Reserve your table now and make Mother's Day unforgettable. Only at P.F. Chang's.
Available when you dine in for a limited time only at participating locations. Offer may vary.
At Target, finding something for every kind of mom and every side of mom just got easier. Does she love fashion? Take 20% off select women's clothing and accessories and find a dress she'll love to wear. Is she into the outdoors? Freshen up her favorite spot with up to 40% off planters, pillows, and poofs. Or keep it classic. Fresh tulips for just $12 and a Dossier fragrance trio for $32. Whatever mom is into, we've got it. Celebrate mom her way, only at Target. Restrictions apply.
WFAN and Corona are throwing a watch party Friday night, May 8th, as New York takes on Philadelphia for Game 3. Join Charles Smith at Buddy's on 3rd Avenue in New York City. Please drink responsibly.
The pros know nobody beats FW Web. With extensive inventory, personalized service, and a fleet of trucks across the Northeast, FW Web supports all customers, from one-van contractors to large facility operators. For planned projects, emergency jobs, or maintenance, FW Web has what you need, when and where you need it. For plumbing, heating, HVAC, refrigeration, propane gas, and PVF jobs. With over 100 locations, visit FWWeb.com to find one near you.
Calling all hoops fans. Ready for the NBA playoffs? Get in on the action throughout basketball's most exciting time of the year with BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. From same-game parlays to live bets, you can call your shots during any play. Rooting for your favorite players? You'll find all sorts of markets for betting on any star's performance on any given night of the playoffs. Don't miss a single highlight or buzzer-beating shot by getting all your picks in with BetMGM. Ready to shoot your shot? Download the app today. Make your bets and experience the thrill of the NBA playoffs like never before. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 7 days. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Nothing pairs better with Surfside iced tea and vodka or Surfside lemonade and vodka like a day on the golf course. Made with real vodka, real tea, and zero bubbles. That's right, no carbonation. It's not a seltzer. It's Surfside. Cheers to hitting the fairway and cheers to Surfside. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
And Doug. There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means sitting front row at a comedy show.
Hey everyone, check out this guy and his bird. What is this, your first date?
Oh, no. We help people customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual together. We're married. Me to a human, him to a bird.
Yeah, the bird looks out of your league anyways.
Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
You look like you could use a refresher, a Dunkin' refresher. Try Dunkin's delicious black cherry or berry acai refreshers. One sip and you'll feel refreshed. There are so many delicious flavors like mango, pineapple, or strawberry dragon fruit. So whether you're powering through your day or just pulling up for a little treat, make it a Dunkin' refresher. Dunkin' refreshers, they're the perfect summer pick-me-up. Dunkin' refreshers are fruit-flavored, contain 0 to 1% fruit juice. Terms and exclusions may apply.
Talk New York sports here. The Fan.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. The G-Men finally gave their fan base a chance to breathe as it pertains to the defensive tackle position after the departure of Dexter Lawrence. They have signed veteran nose tackle DJ Reader to a 2-year deal. They also claimed former Bears third-round pick, former Chief, now Zach Pickens, off waivers. The Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com.
It is one of the quietest times in the NFL because the offseason is mostly done. The draft occurred. The schedules are about to come out. And there isn't really a lot going on. But I read a rumor last night. I hadn't heard this one, and it's kind of wild. And it's the idea that, remember how last week the Pittsburgh Steelers put that rare tender on Aaron Rodgers?
Yes.
Where he can sign anywhere right now, but once training camp starts, he would have to sign with the Pittsburgh Steelers or he would retire. There's a rumor of interest from the Arizona Cardinals.
Really?
And I was reading,
currently, who's their quarterback?
Well, that's part of the thing. They don't really have one. What's their quarterback depth chart right now, Sean?
Gardner Minshew, Jacoby Brissett, Carson Beck.
Yeah. It's not really a room that features a clear starter.
Well, not only that, we are supposed to get the NFL schedule next week. And now there is a report, the NFL's leaked out, that they may push it at least another week because of Aaron freaking Rodgers.
You think it's because of Aaron Rodgers?
Apparently that's part of it because they don't want to get caught putting the Steelers in a couple primetime games only to have, whoever, Will Howard playing quarterback.
Right.
Yeah, I get that, but the Steelers are also the Steelers. They're such a national
but they're
brand.
not. Yeah, but they're not. They're not Mike Tomlin Steelers anymore.
I
They're
get
Mike
it.
McCarthy Steelers right now.
But they're still the Steelers.
Their slotted starter right now is Mason Rudolph.
But they got this
And
colossal.
they drafted Drew Allar.
But they got a fan base that's monstrous.
Yeah.
Forget about like if the team is good or not or who the coach is. Like I get all that. You're obviously right. We don't know who the quarterback is, but they're a national brand. They are America's team in a lot of ways. They're more America's team than the Cowboys are. Dude, there's Steeler fans everywhere.
I'm not knocking the Steelers, but who are you going to watch?
The logo.
When you go watch the Steelers.
The logo.
That doesn't work anymore.
It doesn't work. Evan.
Not in today's NFL. Not in today's sports landscape. You go to watch a person. So who are you going to watch?
I disagree with your
I'm
sentiment.
not talking about in the stadium, wherever they're playing.
Yeah.
I'm talking about on television. You have a choice of a football game.
Right.
Why are you watching the Steelers?
Because they're the Pittsburgh Steelers.
No. You'll get your Monday night game. You'll get your Thursday night game. You may even get a Sunday game. You don't need
So are the New
five
York
Steeler
Giants,
prime
by
time.
the way.
Yeah.
I get you. But by the way, the Giants are not the Steelers in terms of just the national popularity. They aren't. They're the Giants around here. We all respect them. They're very popular. They're not the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Hey, come on now.
Why is that offensive to you guys?
Think about what you're saying.
I know. I feel like I've offended you
The
guys.
Giants are one of the 5 national franchises. The problem is they've been down, and this could happen to the Steelers. Steelers haven't been down like this, the way the Giants have been.
They're not as popular as the Steelers.
Give the New York Giants a big round of applause.
I'm telling you.
All
give the
hail
Steelers
the New York Giants.
Give the Steelers a decade of picking in the top 5 and not making the playoffs.
But
and we'll
they're
see the back
not. When they do that, maybe you're right. I'm talking about right now in this moment. I don't mean to get you guys sensitive about this. It's not an attack.
Evan, I'm not even being sensitive. I'm just asking you legitimately.
Yes.
I bet you can't name their star.
Yeah, but it doesn't. My point to you is it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
I don't think it matters in
today's
football as
NFL
much.
fan is knowledgeable about who they're watching. They're not just going to sit down and say, "All right, I'm going to watch this team this," because they're historically a fantastic squad. If they're going to stink, and a lot of people think the Steelers might be bad this year.
Why do the Cowboys get big ratings? You think it's because of Dak?
No, they're constantly good.
The
Cowboys don't suck. We hate them.
But when they do, they're still
okay,
America's
Tell me
team.
when they've sucked.
A couple of years ago, they had a losing season.
Hold on.
For how long?
Well, not long, but so the Steelers haven't either.
The 2 highest-rated regular season games in the last 5 years featured the New York Giants.
But this isn't about the Giants anymore. We've moved on to the Cowboys.
But it's the point.
Right.
No, it's not the point.
The point is when the Giants even have a glimmer of their good, people flock because it's a national TV
Let
situation.
me rephrase this. Tiki wasn't the sensitive one. It was you.
It was me because it's an
Tiki's
absurd
arguing with me, and I respect it. We're on different
I'm-
sides
I'm-
of this
I'm
aisle. You are
arguing-
a sensitive Giant fan right now, Sean.
I'm arguing that the reason the NFL, because this all comes back to the NFL delaying the schedule. We got an inkling of this about a week or so ago, and now it seems like they are really going to push it back because they're waiting for a future Hall of Famer who will move the needle wherever he lands.
So they really are delaying the schedule because of Aaron Rodgers?
I mean, think about what happened with the Jets when he went there. The Jets became a national story.
No, I get why.
And so if he goes to Arizona, which
Okay.
have been a national, doorstop for the last couple of years, you're going to have to put Arizona in prime
that
time.
part of your argument I completely agree with.
Right.
Like if Aaron Rodgers did go to the Arizona Cardinals, which for the record I don't buy.
I
I
don't
don't
either.
believe it.
I don't either.
I get why it's a rumor. They're one of
Right.
the few teams out there that don't have a clear path at quarterback. So it's like, why not Aaron Rodgers?
And they're still waiting on this Jacoby Brissett situation with his contract demand. Put that in quotes.
But he's not
demand.
even. He's Jacoby Brissett.
I agree, but he's
What are we
demanding to be
talking
paid
about?
he's demanding to be paid like a starter.
Yeah,
and he's
but-
not, and they haven't done it yet. So if he has some issue and he's not their quarterback, who the hell's their quarterback?
Oh, I want to make it clear. I think Aaron Rodgers to the Cardinals makes sense if you're the Arizona Cardinals. I don't think it makes sense if you're Aaron Rodgers.
No.
That was the part
because
where I'm
then
like,
you become this end of career journeyman playing on bad teams.
yeah, because that's a bad team in a really tough division. Like
Right.
I just don't see it.
Right.
I know the the AFC North is tough too, but you've been there. You have your former Super Bowl winning head coach. It's a completely different animal. I agree with you that the pendulum on the schedule would change if Aaron Rodgers is in Arizona because they're more appealing. My argument to you, and we'll all have to agree to disagree, is I think the Steelers are such a national brand that even without stars for now, obviously if they suck for 10 years, very different, but
I'm
they
not
don't
sure.
suck for 10 years.
I'm not sure. There's just too many other options. There's young stars emerging other places, and if you have Mason Rudolph starting, and it's just and they win 4 games.
There's a lot of Steeler fans, man.
The Quincy Carter Cowboys weren't in primetime every week, my friend.
No, but they still were. Like, go back to the bad Cowboy years. They're still America's team. As much as I hate that slogan and don't even buy it, like, they were treated that way. And I think there are two teams that, forgetting stars, because they may not have those stars, the two teams that still break through, in my opinion, in the NFL are the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Dallas Cowboys. And I don't say that because it makes me smile. I don't like either team. I'm just calling it like it is.
Yeah. I think the only reason you have some credibility in what you're saying is that their older fans are always going to watch it.
Well, that's a big part of it.
Like they became Steeler fans or Cowboy fans in the heyday of the Steelers.
70s.
70s for the Steelers, 80s for the Cowboys. And
Yes.
it just feels like they're going to be fans no matter what.
And I think with the Steelers, they've been so consistently good for so long that there's new fans that grew. There's young fans that
But
grew.
this is not Mike Tomlin's Pittsburgh.
Not
Steelers.
yet. They haven't done anything yet. Like, we're assuming they're going to suck.
Are you mean to tell me at halftime of a Week 9 Thursday night game with the Steelers and the Bengals and Will Howard is playing quarterback that's not a turn off the game at halftime?
You're
spot?
very sensitive over there. I don't know why.
I'm not being sensitive. You just treated the Giants like they were the Tennessee Titans.
Well, I didn't say that.
It's Giants, Bears, 49ers,
here we
Packers,
go.
Cowboys.
I love the Giants.
That's
You're
it.
very
Those are the six.
You're very sensitive about this.
Because
I
it's
wasn't
just
even
stupid.
my. This was not. This wasn't even.
You picked the wrong team as the example. That's
Exactly.
the problem.
Oh, the Steelers?
No, the Giants.
No, you guys brought up the Giants. I never mentioned the Giants.
You did.
No, you brought up the Giants.
When did I bring up the Giants?
You brought it.
Did I bring them up?
You bring up the Giants.
How'd I bring them up?
As a team that nobody nationally pays attention to anymore.
You said
And
no
that's just not
offense,
true.
like you guys are the Giants. These are the
I
Steelers.
think we need to rewind the tape. I really think you guys brought up the Giants. Speaking of rewinding the tape, earlier in the show, Ozzie and Woodridge called in to try to badmouth our coworker Tommy Lugauer for having a really bad idea.
By the way, he never got to it, did he?
Yeah, he said that Tommy's bad idea was that he recommended that Carlos Beltran become the general manager
he did.
of the New York Mets. And I said to him, I think I said it first. So here's the audio from April 27th of me bringing this horrible idea up.
But look, essentially the GM works for the team president. But he has talked about hiring a general manager. He hasn't done it.
I remember this, by the way.
Carlos Beltran gets hired as general manager. You give Carlos not just any front office job, but a really good front office job. At the end of the day, David Stearns is still the boss, which is going to make a lot of Met fans sick. Yeah. And now Carlos Beltran can work with his dear friend, Alex Cora.
There you go. So
I remember that.
I have to defend Tommy. It's not a terrible idea. It's just my idea.
All right. Did he credit you?
Probably not.
Wow.
But
he housed your idea.
you think so? Or
Yeah.
he'll claim he doesn't. No, he doesn't know. I didn't hear that. I'm sleeping during their show. But he's also the first to accuse Sean of stealing every idea from
true.
him.
Right.
See, I always talk about hypocrisy. Like if Tommy never did that to Sean or us, then I would say, nah, it's just osmosis. Like
No.
he didn't rip it off. But when you accuse everyone else of ripping you off, then you're naturally going to get accused.
In fact, I heard some unheard imaging. Apparently, they're changing the name of the show from After Hours to The Recycle Bin because it's just taking all the takes that were said throughout the day.
You're a bad guy.
Oh, you're evil.
I just think it's funny that Ozzie was like pounding Tommy for having such a bad idea, and I had to say, well, my idea.
Actually, that was me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Is it really that bad, Ozzie? Is it that bad of an idea to say Beltran could be hired as the general manager of the Mets? I don't know. Anyhow, Sean, we're all getting very hungry. So do your
Sean
thing.
Moraes in the booth. Somebody hide the castle. Optics flying, phones ringing, Evans yelling. No! Tiki's laughing, chaos cracking. Nobody's in control. It's Cinco de Roncho. Bam! Crunch! Let's go!
Let's go. Cinco de Luncho brought to you by Helix Wireless, connecting everything, everywhere. Shawnee went on a deep dive last night after the Yankee game.
Yeah.
A little deep dive.
How was swimming?
It was great. It was great.
Did you wear a Speedo?
No. Felt very much like Evan Roberts. I mean, a lot of the deep dive happened on the toilet, so I guess I wasn't wearing anything. Here's what I did, Evan.
What'd you do?
After watching that Yankee game, I started to think, who are the 5 most underrated players in New York?
Like currently?
Current.
Interesting.
And this is what we haven't done. Yeah, who the best, who the king in New York? Forget that. Underrated players. Here we go.
Here we go. Number 5.
It's Brent Hedrick. Okay? First of all, we can't even get his name right. Second of all, he is emerging as one of the great bullpen arms in Major League Baseball, and he showed signs of this last year, and I think we should be ahead of this train here. He is going to be a big factor for the Yankees.
He's been great so far. I still don't trust him. I still don't believe
Is it
in
the
him.
mustache?
No, it's the fact that Boone uses him all the time.
But to that point,
yeah,
Aaron Boone ran him into the ground earlier in the year. Boone's kind of pulled back a little bit. Like, he's starting to be better about high leverage usage instead of just making him the everyday Scott Proctor type. I think he's earned that circle of trust now.
He's also done a great job of stranding inherited runners.
Yeah, he hasn't allowed to run yet.
Yeah, well, he has inherited 13 runners, and all of them have been stranded. So, yes. And that's one of those weird stats because it doesn't affect your ERA.
That's a great stat, though.
I know, and it needs to be more important because when you're looking at a reliever, looking at their ERA is very overrated. I think what's most important, especially for someone who comes in with guys on base, is, hey, what's their percentage of stranding inherited runners? Now, the problem is none of us really know what a good stat is. You almost need like a frame of reference. But here's a good stat, 13 for 13. Yeah. He's freaking perfect. And we saw that last night.
That should be like a save or a hold. They should come up with a name for that.
I agree.
All right, here we go.
Number 4.
Jermaine Illuminor. I mean, the Giants' right tackle situation got solved the last couple of years.
True.
We used to complain all the time.
And so now with him there solidified as the starting right tackle, they can build depth around that.
Yep.
Bo last year, a couple free agent this year, and they drafted another tackle as well. So, like, they have some depth, which is something you've never been able to say, at least in the last few years, about the Giants' offensive line.
Dare I say the Giants' offensive line is now a strength after this draft? All right, here we go.
Number 3.
Yesterday's hero as well, Jazz Chisholm Jr. I cannot get – this is, I think, what started this. That caller yesterday saying, the Yankees should look to ship him out of here quick. You can't count on him. That home run last night told you everything. When Jazz is going, he can carry the Yankee offense, and it's almost like we overlook him and forget that he's really good.
Yeah, I think we have to remind ourselves that Jazz has been here for a year and a half, and his numbers between the second half of 24 and what he did last year, it's pretty similar. Like, he's a 250 hitter. He's going to hit some pop. He's going to have a...
It does feel like he's been here longer than that, though.
I know, it does.
Yeah.
And look, is he probably off the team next year? I guess it depends on the kind of contract demand he has, but he's a good ball player.
Yep. All right, here we go.
Number 2.
It's Josh Hart. All the talk about the big 3, 4, and Josh Hart remains the Knicks engine to me. When he's going well, his transition points. Like, Josh Hart is everything the Knicks are and embody with this team and these recent runs.
Especially when he's confidently shooting three-pointers.
And you think he's underrated?
I actually think he's underrated.
I almost think Knicks fans, they love him. I don't think he's underrated. I think he's beloved.
But you could love somebody that's underrated. I think he's underrated just in a basketball sense and underrated. I still think underrated around.
All right, who's number 1?
Number 1.
I can't believe this is the case, but it is the case. It's Clay Holmes. I mean, there's no denying it. Look, we can run and hide from it, Yankee fans. What Clay Holmes has become, one thing the Mets have gotten undeniably for 3 years, is that Clay Holmes is a pretty freaking good starting pitcher. And you're starting to inch towards this could burn me. Now, the Yankees have enough starting pitching more than Soto. We didn't think of this as he was struggling with all his ground balls and being a closer. Clay Holmes is the most underrated player in New York. That's it. That's what I got.
I think you're actually right about Clay Holmes being underrated because the Mets are bad.
Yeah.
And so positivity around the Mets doesn't exist right now until proven otherwise. So even if a guy's having a really good year, like Clay Holmes is having an undoubtedly really good season, we don't talk about it much because most of the team is just a colossal disappointment.
Yeah, and you could say, well, he's not their best pitcher, but that's not the point.
No, he is their best pitcher this year. Statistically, he is.
No, I know. People will say Freddie Peralta, Nolan McClain. Those are the names. But those guys are rated right where you think they're supposed to be rated.
Right.
Clay Holmes isn't getting the credit that he deserves for being the Mets' best pitcher right now.
Yeah, and a part of it, there's a lot of factors to it. I think that's a very good number 1, Sean, because I think he is the definition of underrated. I think the other part is no one wants to actually give credit to the guy who signed him because the guy who signed him has done so many bad things.
The man from Milwaukee.
Right. So it's not as if you want to celebrate it. And here's the other aspect of Clay Holmes, which will become a conversation. It isn't one yet, but it will be in, let's say, the next few months.
Right.
If the Mets don't turn the season around, they're going to trade him because Clay Holmes has an opt-out at the end of this season that he will undoubtedly use.
Right.
Because he's underpaid for a starting pitcher. He's only making like $13 million a year, which is not a lot for an elite-level starting pitcher. So he's going to opt out. And if the Mets are out of the pennant race, and they're probably not going to re-sign Clay Holmes, what, they're going to give him a 5-year contract? All of a sudden, David Stearns, the one guy he's going to pay,
the man from Milwaukee,
is going to be Clay Holmes?
Nope.
So Clay Holmes may end up on another team. He may end up in Tampa Bay by the end of this season.
He seems so valuable, though, to the Mets. Obviously this year because of how everything's going, but also just in the future.
Yeah.
Because whoever becomes the ace, so to speak, he's going to be a great second or third starter for you.
Yeah, but are you going to pay him? I mean, again, he's going to be a free agent at the end of the year, and if he continues this kind of season,
I don't think he's commanding.
What? What don't you think he's commanding?
Like $32 million a year.
Yeah, he will.
Are you serious?
Dude, you think so?
I just can't.
Well, where does
Maybe he does, but I just don't see it. Like when I think of Clay Holmes, I don't say, yeah, that's a $32 million or $40 million a year starting pitcher.
Right now, it's only 7 starts, so you take that with a grain of salt. Statistically, he's one of the best pitchers in baseball.
I get that.
If he finishes that way, you don't think his agent's going to demand a 7-year contract?
Who is it?
I got to look it up.
It's not Boris, though.
But it doesn't matter. Like, you're still going to demand a lot for your client.
Not yet.
No.
Jet Sports Management. Okay. Oh, he was previously represented by them. He's represented by Wasserman. That's who he's represented by.
Got it.
But he signed a 3 or $38 million deal with an opt-out. No, he's going to ask for the moon. And he should. No one would deny that. But I do think there's an obvious guy you missed. And I would actually put him above everybody, maybe but Clay Holmes for the reasons we gave. And that guy is OG Anunoby. I think OG Anunoby is a more underrated Knick than Josh Hart. I think Josh gets the love. I think Knick fans love Josh Hart. He's been around here for a while. He's funny. He's comical. He does the podcast with Jaylen. I think the kind of the quiet nature of OG Anunoby and how ridiculous he's played so far in the postseason, I think it's made him completely underrated.
Interesting. I think he's properly rated. I don't think anybody talks about it as being all-time great or like, I don't think he's overlooked.
Oh, I completely disagree with him.
Okay.
I think, I know it's how do you judge overratedness?
Yeah, I guess it's in your own mindset. Maybe that's true.
I mean, yesterday, and I'm trying to give him the proper rating, I said, boy, that trade may be as good as Dave DeBuscher. I mean, this may go down as one of the greatest trades in the history of the franchise. I guess you could say the same thing for the Josh Hart trade. The Knicks were assembled via trades.
Right.
It's kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah,
like,
there's not the homegrown star.
Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, but it's just Mitch.
Everyone else was either a free agent or trade, which shows you that there's no one perfect way to build a roster.
Right.
You know, you could build your roster a million different ways. Speaking of the Knicks, we'll go into greater detail on what has to happen tonight for the Knicks to continue what they're doing and what's your biggest fear that could turn this series the other way. We'll give you deep thoughts on Knicks 76ers, plus more of your calls at 888-808-1019. Spring is the perfect time to refresh your home, and Windorama is making it easier than ever during the spring refresh sale. Save up to 30% on your window and door project, plus take advantage of low to no interest payment plans when you purchase and install with Windorama. It's simple. Book your free and home consultation, shop from home, and let their local certified experts handle measurement and installation. Visit Windorama.com to book your free and home consultation today.
I'm always incredibly busy, always on the go, and feeling safe and knowing my family is safe when I'm not with them is of paramount importance. That's why I turned to our partners at Sloman's, who recently installed the Sloman Shield Link system into our home. A smart home security solution that combines safety, convenience, and peace of mind that I can manage right from the palm of my hand with my phone. The garage door opener is particularly beneficial, especially because so many people come by the house and drop stuff off and want to stay over. I don't want to give them my garage door code. I can just open it from my phone, let them in, and drop off whatever you need to, and close it when they leave. You can experience the future of home security and automation with the Sloman Shield Link system as well. Their technicians are fantastic and will design your system exactly how you want it, whether it's doorbell cameras, music control throughout the house, lighting control, fire, smoke, CO2 detection, etc., etc. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME, or visit slomans.com.
The home of Yankees radio is WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, an Odyssey sports station.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
This Odyssey Sports Minute is sponsored by Wrangler. Shop Wrangler.com for new denim styles to kickstart your day. James Harden was atrocious last night for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the main reason Cleveland lost Game 1 on the road at Detroit. 7 turnovers for Harden in the game, dribbling the ball off his feet, terrible passes out of bounds, only 6 field goals made. If Cleveland's going to come back in this series, Harden has to be way better. I'm Nick Costos.
It's time to spring into deals for Mother's Day at Lowe's. Shop select 1.5-gallon annuals hanging baskets, 2 for $15, and get Mom the perfect addition for a garden for less. Plus, get 3 free bags of Miracle-Gro 0.75 cubic foot garden soil when you buy 3. Mom's garden is winning with these deals. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 5/6. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii. While supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Allstate is Metro New York's trusted auto insurer, protecting cars across the tri-state area. We're by your side when you need us most, providing you with affordable auto coverage you can rely on. So switch to Allstate today, and you could save an average of $713 on auto insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate. Based on the national average annual savings for new customers surveyed in 2024, savings vary, subject to terms and availability.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
Yankees fans, have the official Yankees official game day program delivered to your door. Subscribe to Yankees Magazine by calling 800-GO-YANKS or visiting Yankees.com/publications and get 8 issues a year for just $34.99 plus shipping. The Yankees official 2026 yearbook and media guide are also available for purchase. Get your Yankees Magazine yearbook or media guide today. Call 800-GO-YANKS or log on to Yankees.com/publications.
Guys, let's keep it simple. There are 2 things you probably should be doing: taking care of your health and doing something that actually makes an impact. Here's a way to do both. California Cryobank is looking for healthy men to become sperm donors. You can earn up to $2,400 a month and get free health and genetic screenings along the way. So yeah, you're getting paid to get checked out, and you're helping families who need it. Efficient, smart, done. Check out spermbank.com to learn more. Apply and see if you qualify.
Hey, Boomer Esiason here. After years in the game, I don't guess. I go with what works. With Red Pocket Mobile, you lock in your rate and you keep it. No price creep, no sudden jumps, just straightforward pricing and premium 5G plans starting at $10 a month. Visit redpocket.com to see why more Americans are switching to better wireless without paying more. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
A cool and crisp Modelo tastes good. But you know what tastes even better? That survived the evening rush Modelo. That post-12-hour shift Modelo. That fought for every
100 years. London Jewelers has been part of life's most meaningful moments, from engagements and anniversaries to milestones, big and small. We've helped mark the moments that matter the most to our customers. Generations of families have trusted London Jewelers for exceptional craftsmanship, timeless design, and service that lasts a lifetime. As we celebrate a century of excellence, we thank you for being part of our story, and we look forward to the moments still to come. We invite you to visit London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations. London Jewelers, celebrating 100 years of brilliance.
At Odyssey, we believe in creating a diverse and inclusive workforce. We also value the power of community and encourage local organizations to help us in referring qualified applicants to our stations. If you're a community organization interested in receiving our vacancy information, simply email equalemployment@odyssey.com. You'll be notified of all our open positions. That's equalemployment@odyssey.com. And for all our listeners, please visit odysseyinc.com/careers for a list of job openings at all Odyssey radio stations.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like customer service associate at a dry cleaning shop.
Yeah, hi. I'm here to pick up my suit.
Ah, yes. Here you go.
There must be a mistake. This is too small.
It shrunk a whole lot. Look on the bright side. Now you have a suit you can give to a child.
This is the job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
We have two pieces of breaking news, one in regards to the New York Jets, but the other one is just unbelievable. New York Knicks fans, we have major breaking news about tonight's game. Shams Charania has just confirmed and reported, and this is no joke, Joel Embiid has been ruled out.
Oh, come on.
He's been ruled out.
I need not say anything else.
Nah, this is your drop the mic moment.
You need to finish this.
Joel Embiid has been ruled out for Game 2 tonight against the New York Knicks due to ankle and hip injuries, according to ESPN. Sounds like my grandmother. Embiid was unable to participate in the team's shoot-around this morning after experiencing increased soreness in both his ankles and hip, sources said. He had been receiving around-the-clock treatment in efforts to play.
So just to clarify, not for the quote-unquote organ that was removed.
No, that was not it. It was his ankles, like he's a 75-year-old woman, and his hip, which is like my 85-year-old grandfather. So he's got it all covered.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say. I can't even say anything because these Philadelphia radio people aren't going to listen to what I say anyways. They're just going to get a quote from somebody who's trying to gas them up. Listen to what I say. Advice to former athletes who want to get into media. Do your work just like you did when you played. Listen to what I actually said. Joel Embiid is a great player. He's not available often. So when he is and he's great, you can't bitch about it. You bitch.
I can't believe he's not playing. I mean, I can believe it because I think I did predict before this series there's no way he plays in every game.
I think you did. And by the way, why am I not surprised?
Nobody should be surprised.
Of course.
It's one of those things that when you get the piece of news and the news came in like an avalanche, like all at the same time, Andrew Kaplan behind the scenes runs over. Craig texted me. Could not wait to text that. I got another text from another group chat. It was like this avalanche of Embiid's out. And nobody should be surprised. Look, we have defined this series. And actually, if you go back to Friday when we were debating Boston versus Philadelphia, like who would you want to play? And you were out that day, and Sean and I were talking, and I thought I was on the kind of the wrong side of most Knicks fans because most Knicks fans said, the Celtics, they look beatable. I'd rather play Boston. The matchup is better. And the reason I always thought you'd rather play Philly is because of this.
Right.
Because as good as he is the most unreliable star maybe we've ever seen. He's a walking injury. And yes, that sucks for him, man.
Right.
Like,
and it's
honestly.
it's usually short-term stuff. So he's always back, but he's not always available.
Right. And look, sometimes they overcame it. I remember when my team played the Sixers back in 2019. I remember he missed the game at Barclays Center, and look, Nets couldn't take advantage of it. So sometimes the Sixers are able to overcome it. They've overcome it at times during the regular season, but this is who he is. He is who he thought he was. Denny Green. It's a great line, and it's just so true. And so the reason why this matchup always was better to me, always, and I know Tatum may have been out in the Boston series. Who knows what the Celtics would have looked like. Knicks could have slaughtered them too. It may not have mattered.
Right.
But this is Joel Embiid. And this is why every Sixer fan who's so raging at Tiki Barber, you're raging at the wrong guy.
Right. I'll be sitting over here waiting for your apologies.
Yes.
Your apologies.
That's right.
Not mine to him, yours to me.
That's right.
You bitch.
That's exactly right. And so now here's the tough part, because it's actually tougher than this, because Joel Embiid is out, is what it is. Now you got to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
And I know in theory it sounds easy, But in a weird way, the Philadelphia 76ers will benefit from Joel Embiid being out because Joel Embiid in game one was an absolute complete liability defensively.
Yeah.
So while, of course, it hurts them because we know what Embiid is capable of doing offensively and the way he baits fouls and the way he gets Cat and Mitch into foul trouble and really what he can do as a game-changing offensive player. Like, I don't want to take anything away from him, but he was such a problem defensively that in this odd, weird way, the Sixers, at least on that side, may benefit.
No, I think you're right, but they're also going to have to figure out who is now defending Karl Anthony Towns. Because we've seen teams do this dropper, this ghost coverage that they're calling it on Josh Hart. Just let him shoot. He can't make any. We'll double elsewhere. But you got to have a wing who can hang with Karl Anthony Towns. Like, who's doing that right now? I know Andre Drummond is still, he's their only option at this point. But is he sticking with Karl Anthony Towns? Like, their defensive counter to what the Knicks are going to try to do is not very clear right now.
No. Like, Adem Bona is probably going to play a lot more, and what's very exciting about Bona playing, what channel is the game on tonight? I know it's a different network every single night.
I'm going to check. I forgot already.
Because my favorite part of Adem, it's ESPN? Oh, okay. My favorite part of Adem Bona's season this year was what Ryan Ruocco did. You guys remember that one?
No. What did he do?
Yeah.
You want to find that one in the system?
I'm sure I can. Hold on.
Bona is a backup big for the Philadelphia 76ers. He played a lot of games. He plays like 15, 20 minutes a night. He's a 6'11" backup center. And Ryan Ruocco had fun with his name. That's all I'll say. He took some liberties with his name. So I don't know who's doing the game tonight, but it is an ESPN game. The first game was a Peacock game. The second game is an ESPN game. The third game is an Amazon Prime game. And then by the time we get to the weekend when the Knicks are going to really finish this bad boy off, that's going to be an ABC game. So, yeah, big news if you're just tuning in. Joel Embiid has been ruled out. The other piece of news revolving the New York Jets is according to Russell Wilson, because he did an interview with the New York Post, Russell Wilson is claiming that he has an offer from the New York Jets, that it's out there for him.
He really doesn't want to leave New York.
He said, I still know I can play ball at a high level. So right now, I'm reading the quotes. This is an exclusive from the New York Post. It's an article from Ryan Dunleavy, who I think covers the Giants. But Wilson says that he left his free agent visit with the Jets facility with an opportunity to sign a contract and join a depth chart headed by his friend, Geno Smith. It was great, Wilson said, one of the dozen celebrities on the trading floor at BTIG Charity Day. The rest of it's behind a paywall, which I actually pay for, but I have to log in, which is kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, the rest of the conversation. I guess we could piece it together without even having to get into it. Like their depth chart is not very exciting behind Geno Smith, who had a good year a couple of years ago in Seattle, but was really bad last year in Las Vegas. Cade Klubnik is their scripted backup right now on paper, but he's a rookie, and he's going to have to earn that ultimately. They need a veteran backup because Brady Cook and Bailey Zappi aren't the answers there, and there aren't a ton of options on the free agent market right now.
No, it's not a lot of good options. I wanted Tyrod Taylor back. I thought he made the most sense, unfortunately.
He signed elsewhere.
Yeah. Here's Russell Wilson on potentially going to a TV network, as The Athletic reported. There are a lot of great networks, Wilson said. I still love football, being in it every way, staying ready to play, too. Every day I'm training and getting ready. The great news is there are a lot of good possibilities. Playing 14-plus years has been amazing for me. I'm just grateful I get to do what I love to do. What I'm curious about before we get to your calls is if Russ wants to play, it's right there for him. Because according to him, the Jets made an offer. Unless he's fabricating that, which I doubt he would.
He has no reason to.
He has no reason to, but sometimes that does happen where you make a claim that isn't true. But if he has an offer from the Jets and he has a TV offer, which I'm sure is true, what's the back and forth like here in the middle of May?
I think he just doesn't want to admit his career is done yet. And so you have an opportunity to go step into television and be around the game in a different capacity, but you still believe you can play. And so you believe, given the opportunity, I'll take advantage of it. I'll help a team do something and win. But no matter where he goes, it's non-ideal for him to actually play.
Right.
He'll be a backup.
Right. And that's what his role would be with the Jets. He wouldn't play. And he says in this quote, he's good friends with Geno Smith, so he'd be able to help him out. But is that really what you want to do? I mean, if I'm Russell Wilson, I'd go to TV. Like, what are you hanging on for? Because even if, as the backup quarterback of the Jets, are you actually going to play even if things go bad?
Mean, look, this is
the odds are you're going to go to the kid club neck anyway.
It's the age-old dilemma for athletes, and this is really kind of every sport. You want to go out on your own terms, and Russell Wilson, if he goes into television, is not going out on his own terms because he got benched in the middle of last season by the New York Giants and was just kind of an afterthought. And in fact, when he came into games, they booed him. So they didn't want to see him.
No, they were done with him.
And so it's just it wasn't an ideal way to, quote unquote, end your career. Now, being a backup for a year, I don't think that's an ideal way to end your career either. So to me, the better option is to go into television, which I think he'll be great at. It's just for him to come to that conclusion that my career is over and I need to take the next step into what's coming in front of us.
Joel Embiid isn't playing tonight. What a loser. I mean, it's not surprising. It's just like, come on. This is who he is.
Mm-hmm.
This is what happens. It's why even earlier when you were trying to be nice while ripping Joel Embiid, I kept interrupting you by saying when he plays,
Yes.
because he just doesn't play.
No.
Now, what you do wonder about, because the other day I played an audio clip of a Philadelphia 76er fanboy with this crazy idea of, hey, the Sixers should have sat all their starters in game one because it was a quick turnaround from game 7. Rest these guys up. This is a series in which there are no long off days. So just kind of punt game 1 and have everybody well rested. Is it possible that Nick Nurse and the Sixers are also saying, hey, this guy can't get through a 7-game series. It's not happening.
Right.
So it's game 2. It's on the road. Series doesn't begin until you lose at home. Is it possible that the Sixers are actually taking a conservative approach?
Probably.
And maybe that dumbass idea of, well, let's just sit him. Let's make sure he's as rested as he can be for a huge game 3.
You may be right, Evan, but you should have done it for game 1, not game 2. Because if game 2 is a blowout, then it's going to take a gargantuan effort for the 76ers at home with a fan base that's not fully believing after they get blown out twice. Now to rally behind this team, buy the tickets, right, which Knick fans are going to go, hoard as much as they can and take over your arena down there. You should have done it in game 1.
No, I get you.
And then tried to steal game 2 on the road with Joel Embiid being healthier, as opposed to now punting game 2 and hoping that game 3 he comes back.
I don't have a lot of good lines, but I remember when we were talking about Joel Embiid calling out Sixer fans to show up for the home playoff game. I think I said, how about you show up? Well, he may not. I mean, the answer is he may not be there. Because if he's not playing in game 2, assuming it isn't this kind of strategy, who knows if he's playing in game 3? Let's go to Vinny in Orange County. Good afternoon, Vinny.
How are you? My biggest fear is the coach of the Knicks. I don't think he's smart enough during games.
Game adjustments.
What adjustments are you concerned about? Because I thought in the middle of the Atlanta series, he certainly did. I mean, the hub of the offense completely changed. So what's your biggest issue?
3 seconds, no shot, and let your star player.
No, you're cutting in and out. I just be curious because we were specific early in the Atlanta series for the criticisms of Mike Brown, and to what Mike did in the middle of that series is he adjusted.
You got to give him credit.
Yeah, because I remember when he was asked about playing the bigs together, the double big lineup, he gave an answer, well, it just doesn't match up well against Atlanta, which made no sense to me. And then the next day, we saw the double big lineup. Right. And we saw even the double big lineup for a little bit in game 1 of this Philadelphia series. So check mark to Mike Brown. Yes, I criticized him, but then he started doing what I wanted him to do. So we're happy. Same thing with kind of making this offense run through Karl Anthony Towns. So when you say the coach doesn't make adjustments, I don't think that's fair, considering there were a lot of adjustments. I mean, that's kind of what shifted what happened over the last couple of games in Atlanta or against Atlanta, that there were adjustments. So I think there's been a lot of skepticism of Mike Brown. I get it. I understand why. But here are the facts. And the facts are, they're tough. They were a better team last year, or they were a better team this year than last year in almost every aspect. They won more games. They had a better offensive rating. They had a better defensive rating. And they beat good teams on a more consistent basis than they did a year ago.
Yep.
And here we are in the postseason. And so far, they're playing some of the best basketball we've ever seen.
Right, and mostly healthy.
Yeah. So when we judge Tom Thibodeau versus Mike Brown, so far, Mike Brown's beating him.
Yep.
Now, will that change? Yeah, if the Knicks lose in this round or the next round.
Yeah, but you can't deny what has happened over these last 4 games. I think it's a record for largest point differential over those 4 wins. These last 3 games, they've won by basically 40 points a game. Like they have done what I didn't think was possible, which is hit the light switch and put your foot on the gas.
No, they have
2 different, ways to explain how they've just taken off in the postseason. I didn't think it happened. So credit goes obviously to the players because they're the ones actually on the court. But Mike Brown has been every part of the reason that they've turned this thing into what feels like an unbeatable team at moments.
Absolutely. Let's go to Bill in Brick, New Jersey. What's up, Bill?
Hey, Bill.
All right, guys. I got to bring back the Steeler Nation conversation that we talked about. One topic, Tiki, you said, stars. You said that, right?
Yes.
Steelers don't have stars. TJ Watt's not a star?
Yeah, of course he is. But don't get offended because you're a Steeler fan. Okay, that's not what I'm talking. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a national media, a national audience that lives, I don't know, in Southern California. Who are they watching on the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Worldwide, they watch the Steelers. They watch the whole.
And by the way, that's Evan's. That's Evan's stance.
That's right.
And
we
by
agree.
the way, you might be right, but how
Tiki,
sustainable
also,
is
let
that?
me ask you another question.
Especially if they're bad. If they're bad, so we're talking about a Week 7 primetime game, and the Steelers are 2-4. Is the U.S. audience watching that game?
Last time the Steelers were that bad, first of all, was back in 1980s.
Yeah,
and
the
last
time the Steelers didn't have a coach who's been tenured for 20-something collective years was also back then.
I can't help it. It's my whole life, I've only had 3 Steeler coaches. That's another thing.
It's unreal.
Consistency.
It's unreal. It's
exactly.
It's
I'm not even done yet. So we're talking about since my lifetime. Last time I've seen a top 5 pick was never. You understand that? Think of that now. Think of that.
I know.
Since 1990, Steelers have only had 2 top 10 picks.
I know, but okay, hold on.
Consistency.
Bill, I appreciate your fandom, but you're making the argument for why the Steelers have been good for the last 20 years or 30 years, really 40 years. It's because they have had unbelievable consistency. For the first time in their history, they have a retread coach who, he's a good coach.
Super Bowl winning head coach.
Of course he is, but he's a retread coach. This is now his 3rd stop. Whether or not people believe in him, it's up to your interpretation, your belief. But they don't have a roster that looks like it can win right now. Maybe they have some great players in TJ Watt for one and some others, but who are you going to watch? And I'm not talking about what's going to happen in the 2026 NFL season. I'm talking about a national audience's perception of what the Pittsburgh Steelers are. It's not like, oh, well, we got Mike McCarthy, and now we have Drew Allar from Penn State, who's going to end up starting over whoever, Mason Rudolph, and we're going to win 1,000,000 games. I don't think that's the argument.
I think that there are certain teams in sports whose brand
you might be right
are so big that it doesn't matter.
You might be right.
And there's only a select few. It's a very short list. Like if I went through all the sports, it's like an incredibly short list. Mm-hmm. Like in baseball, it's literally just the Yankees.
Right.
I don't even think the Dodgers survived that during some of their down years. The Yankees haven't had down years, so it's tough to even use them as an example.
And the Steelers haven't had down years.
Exactly. I think the Lakers are one of those teams, even when they had their down years, they're the Lakers. They're still a big draw. Mm-hmm. And I think in the NFL, it's the Steelers and the Cowboys. I think those are the 2 teams that stand above the rest in terms of they don't have to have the stars, but people want to watch them on TV. Here's what I know. I can't wait till
we'll find out.
I can't wait till the NFL schedule comes out. I think it's a pain in the ass that we're sitting here on May 6th and it hasn't happened yet, and they're pushing it back because they want to know what team Aaron Rodgers is on. Mm-hmm. Here's what I know. The New York Knicks are going to blow out the Sixers tonight, and there's more evidence. Joel Embiid is not playing tonight if you're just tuning in. More on that, plus your calls at 888-808-1019. Winning hits different with Fanatic Sportsbook, and now that the playoffs are here and rolling, the stakes are at their highest. So don't wait for the what-if moment. Switch to the only sportsbook that protects all pro basketball player props across straights, parlays, and same-game plays across any first-half injury. That's right. If betting player props is in your playbook, whether it's points, assists, rebounds, steals, or blocks, Fanatic Sportsbook's Fair Play Insurance gives you the edge when it comes to cooking up a parlay. Some books protect your bet for just the first quarter. Some do nothing, but not at Fanatics Sportsbook, where they flip losing bets into winning bets on every night on the court. That means if your player gets injured in the first half, your bet will be play on with all the remaining legs, meaning a loss can be turned into a win. Others copy trends. They set standards. Fair play keeps every first half protected, so bet with the book that always has your back. Fanatics Sportsbook, winning hits different here. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New York residents, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Connecticut residents, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org.
Right now, Amazon Hub Delivery is looking to partner with ambitious New York businesses to become Amazon Hub partners. You and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area when it's convenient for you, and with each package delivered, your business gets paid. Amazon Hub Delivery has no startup costs, no long-term contracts, and no delivery experience required. They're just making it easy to earn extra money while at the same time gaining exposure for your business. Sign up to learn more at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery, which also, by the way, is the sponsor for this drive around the league, brought to you by Tiki Barber. Amazon Hub Delivery. Visit amazon.com/hub delivery. Does anyone know what's going on with Aaron Rodgers? It feels like the Pittsburgh Steelers are stuck in a little bit of limbo, waiting for the 42-year-old future Hall of Famer to make a decision about playing in 2026. The Steelers put a little used right of first refusal tag on Aaron Rodgers after the draft, which allows the Steelers to match any potential offer he receives from another team. And if he signs elsewhere, Steelers get a compensatory pick. Other teams, like the Arizona Cardinals, who did draft Carson Beck in the third round, are starting to sniff around, especially because of their contract issue with last year's starter Jacoby Brissett. Now, I'm not sure that Aaron Rodgers is the savior for any team at this point of his career, but in a league with a dearth of great starting quarterbacks, if he wants a job, he'll definitely have one. This was brought to you by Amazon Hub Delivery. Visit amazon.com/HUB delivery.
Spring is the perfect time to refresh your home, and Windorama is making it easier than ever during the spring refresh sale. Save up to 30% on your window and door project. Plus, when you purchase and install with Windorama, it's simple. Book your free and home consultation, shop from home, and let their local certified experts handle measurement and installation. Visit Windorama.com to book your free and home consultation today.
John Oliver and Seth Meyers in residency at the Beacon Theater. 27 sold-out shows and counting. And due to demand, 4 additional dates have been added in 2026 on September 27th, October 25th, November 22nd, and December 13th. Tickets are on sale now. There are limited tickets still available for upcoming shows on May 31st and June 14th. Tickets and more info available at Ticketmaster.com. And this portion of the program is sponsored by Flag and Anthem, real clothes for real life. If you haven't upgraded your clothes for the season yet, what are you waiting for? Head to Flag and Anthem and load up on your favorite tees and shorts and check out their red, white, and blue shop. Everything you need for a patriotic summer. Flagandanthem.com, code WFAN25 to get 25% off. Flag and Anthem, premium clothes without the premium price tag. It was also sponsored by Saints Joachim and Ann Nursing and Rehabilitation Center.
Hey, healthcare workers of New York, are you looking to make a difference? Saints Joachim and Ann Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is actively hiring nurses and CNAs. Call 718-714-4800. That's 718-714-4800.
I'm Pat Boyle, here to help you make the most of Westwood One Sport. How about a 2-for-1 special? I'll keep the first one quick. I'm a diehard Knicks fan. I do not believe they will win by margin again. Sixers will keep game 2 close because the Knicks shooting numbers have to come back down to earth. Then for the nightcap, I think Minnesota is flat out the better team than the Spurs. If Anthony Edwards suits up again for game 2, being double-digit underdogs is absurd to me. The free throw and turnover department was dead even in game 1. I think both underdogs covered tonight. I'm Pat Boyle. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Welcome to 215 Maple Drive. We just put this property on the market.
Love the crown molding.
Oh, wait until you see the walk-in closets and the bathroom tile.
Does it have Verizon Fios? 100% fiber internet?
No Fios, but it looks like it's got cable. Let's check out the kitchen.
No Fios? Yeah, no thank you.
Don't you want to see the rest? Okay, bye-bye.
Get Verizon Fios, because when you're moving, it's 100% or nothing.
Whether you root for the Mets, Yanks, or another squad, there's one destination every baseball fan needs to hit. The MLB flagship store in the heart of Midtown, featuring gear from your favorite team. Now, whether you're customizing a jersey or finding the perfect fit, at their unrivaled wall of caps, they're your ultimate baseball headquarters. And while you're there, score their latest limited edition drops, browse their bobblehead collection, and shop their massive vault of Topps trading cards. The spirit of the game vibes all year long at the MLB flagship store on 6th Avenue and 51st Street. MLB trademarks used with permission.
Water damage happens fast. So can the cleanup when you call on the restoration specialists at 1-800-SERVPRO to help make it like it never even happened. That's 1-800-SERVPRO.
Franchises are independently owned and operated.
If you're looking for a great price on Falcon tires, there's only one place to go, Town Fair Tire, where you always get the guaranteed lowest price on Falcon tires. But it doesn't end there, because Town Fair Tire gives you free services for the life of your Falcon tires. More free services than any other tire dealer. That's why we say nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal, and I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Hi, it's Alicata here for CertaPro Painters. I've been spending a lot more time at home lately, and my home is a happy place, especially when my wife is happy. For me, sometimes that can be challenging. But my friends at CertaPro Painters, they had no such problems. Big jobs or small, the good folks at CertaPro Painters are at your service. If you've been putting off a painting project, give them a call now at 1-800-GO-CERTA. That's CERTA with a C, and you'll see exactly what I mean. 1-800-GO-CERTA. And hey, ask about their spring sales event and get 10% off on qualifying projects.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
WFAN and Corona are throwing a watch party Friday night, May 8th, as New York takes on Philadelphia for Game 3. Join Charles Smith at Buddy's on 3rd Avenue in New York City. Please drink responsibly.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Cards issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Hey, this is Sal Licata. Right now is the time to make sure that your current cooling system is ready for hot weather. You don't want it to fail when it's 90 degrees out, and if it's over 15 years old, you're wasting your money. Get a new high-efficiency AC system right now from my friends at Edison Heating and Cooling. They are New Jersey's air conditioning experts and have been for decades. Take it from me. These guys have done plenty of work on my house. You'll save money and stay cooler. Contact them now at edisonhvac.com. That's edisonhvac.com.
Hey Yankees fans, gather a group of 10 or more and take advantage of our 2026 Yankees group ticket specials. Whether you're getting together with family and friends, organizing a fundraiser, or entertaining clients, your group will love bonding over the Bronx Bombers. Start planning your 2026 group outings today. Log on to Yankees.com/groups. Call 212-YANKEES or email us at groups@Yankees.com. That's 2026 group tickets. Call 212-YANKEES or visit Yankees.com/groups today.
As the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026, Bank of America knows how much hard work it takes to achieve a dream. So when it comes to owning a home, we're here to help. Get guidance and resources to buy a home you love, including up to $17,500 in select markets when combining down payment and closing cost grants. Visit BofA.com/home team. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America N.A. Equal Housing Lender. Credit and collateral is subject to approval. Restrictions apply. This is not a commitment to lend.
Carpal tunnel syndrome. Heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra vutrisiran is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
This is a coordinated monthly test of the broadcast stations of your area. The equipment that can quickly warn you of emergencies is being tested. If this had been an actual emergency, an official message would have followed the alert tone. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
Get the scuttlebutt on your favorite team, The Fan, on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. Weather permitting, the Yankees will look to win another series in their 6th straight game when Will Warren faces Nady Eovaldi at 7.
We'll be all right. I looked at the weather. There's some rain in the forecast, but I think we'll be good.
Okay. And the Mets and Rockies will look to resume their series after 9 p.m. tonight in what should be a cold night in Denver. The Knicks look to become the first team in NBA history to win 4 straight playoff games by 25 or more versus the 76ers without Joel Embiid at MSG at 7.
Yeah, so here's a prediction I made on Monday. Tiki, you were out with Sean, and you'll hear me and Sean talk about this Knicks-Sixers series before it started, and I take a lot of pride in this one.
Hey, Joel, you're getting paid either way. Are you going to be at all 7 games?
No wisdom teeth getting pulled out in the series, Joel.
I'll make you this prediction. Joel Embiid is not playing every game in this series.
Well, there's the kiss of death.
Well, the kiss of death of what?
Now he's definitely playing every game.
Yeah, you can apologize, Sean.
Take your L.
I was wrong. I'll wear the L.
Dude, I mean, this is who he is. It's not a surprise. The real question is this. Obviously, what does this game look like tonight? Yeah. Like, will the Sixers actually benefit defensively by not having that lug who's very slow on the floor?
Right.
Which I think will actually benefit them.
But they're also going to have Andre Drummond on the court, and he's not guarding at the perimeter.
Or a Dembona.
Or a Dembona, or whoever it may be. Either way, expect Mike Brown to play a lot of that. 4 shooters, or really 5 shooters on the court.
They should go small. I don't watch every Sixer game to know how they rotations usually go.
Either.
But my gut would be I'm not having Andre Drummond on the floor for that much anyway.
Right.
I'd probably go small.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I mean, the advantage is clearly in the Knicks. Now it's just on them, which, by the way, we've seen for the last 3 games, to just play with the same kind of urgency to just blow a team out.
Over the course of a long regular season in the NBA, things get a little stale, things get a little boring, and that's why what Ryan Ruocco did earlier in the regular season in one of the matchups between the Knicks and the 76ers made us all smile because Dembona, who is a backup big for Philadelphia, 22-year-old.
Hell of a name.
That's his name, Dembona. I think it's A-D-E-M, but it's pronounced Adem. And then Bona.
Adem.
B-O-N-A.
It's kind of like my first name, a team.
That's true. There you go. So Ryan Ruocco had some fun with Dembona, and P.J. Carlissimo was a part of it, and this made me laugh. It's one of my highlights of the regular season. Take a listen.
I agree. Very seldom disagree with Tony Brothers, but I thought Dembona did a good job on that screen.
Bona held stiff and
Yet got called for it. Robinson slams it down.
Do you think Mike Breen, who's calling the game tonight, will pull a
I doubt it.
Bono hold stiff?
But hell yeah, Ruco.
Yeah, it's Ryan knows what he's doing.
That was dope.
Yeah.
It was flawless.
It was flawless. And PJ,
He didn't even think about it. It sounded like he didn't even think about it. He just said it.
he slipped it right in. And it went right over PJ Carlissimo's head. Did he? Yeah. Good job by him. Anyhow, let's put somebody in the window seat for tonight's game. And, of course,
What did he do with the Bono?
What do you mean? Oh, now you're having fun with me. See, the difference is I didn't do that on purpose. I literally just said it.
I was trying to give you credit.
Oh, thank you.
We'll see you Friday.
Trust me, I'm not as smart as Ryan Rucco is, as keen as Ryan Rucco is. The window seat is brought to you by Window Rama. Save up to 30% on new windows and doors. I think the guy or at least I want to put in the window seat, is the guy who's played underratedly really well over the last couple of games. And like I mentioned when he was struggling, they need him to play well. And that is, of course, Mikal Bridges.
Mikal Bridges!
I think defensively he made a big impact, the way he defended Tyrese Maxey. And what I expect from Maxey tonight for two reasons. The Embiid injury and also the way Maxey played in Game 1 is Tyrese Maxey's going to be aggressive.
Oh, he has to be.
He was not aggressive in Game 1. It's not that he was bad in Game 1. He just wasn't assertive enough.
Right. When did he get his first field goal? It was late in the quarter, right?
Was it?
I don't.
I just remember as a totality, like he just wasn't looking for his shot.
Yeah, you're
I think
right.
he only took like 7 or 8 the entire game.
Yeah, I don't remember how many he scored in the first quarter, but I mean, it just felt like they weren't in their rhythm, right? They weren't what we saw in Boston, where they were fantastic over those last 3 games.
If the Sixers are going to win Game 2, if they're going to make this a series, Tyrese Maxey, and he did this 2 years ago, like he's capable of it, is going to have to drop a minimum of 35 points. Like he's going to have to put up massive numbers.
Right.
He's going to have to be a Superman.
And the challenge to that is that Jaylen Brunson's going to give you that. So if he does that, Jaylen Brunson matches that. What are the Sixers then doing? Because you also have OG, who you were talking about. You have Karl Anthony Towns, and the Knicks just seemingly have the ability to outscore, even if Maxey has an unbelievable game. I think he might have to score 40.
He may. So I would put Mikal Bridges in the window seat tonight, not because he needs to put up big numbers. He doesn't. But he's going to at least get that first assignment trying to defend Tyrese Maxey.
Right.
Let's get back to your calls, 888-808-1019. Mario in Long Beach. Mario.
What's up, Mario?
Hey, what's going on? Great show. Listen, I have a little trivia question for all three of you to prove that people underrate Hart. Josh Hart has 2 records. One is an all-time Knick record, and one is an all-time All-NBA record. What are they?
I think there's some kind of triple-double record he was setting with the Knicks. Is that what it's related to?
Yes, the old triple-double. Last year he had 9, and that's more than Clyde, who had 7.
I think the other one, Mario, is Evan brought this up last week. It's the fast break points, fast break scoring or something like that.
Oh, the one-man fast break. He's amazing.
Right.
What else is it?
No, but here's what it is.
Go ahead.
2025, 2026, he was number 1 in the whole NBA in this. In 2024, he was number 2. Rebounds for somebody 6'4" or under.
He's a great rebounder for his size.
And I think that's what Evan was alluding to earlier when Sean had his Cinco de Luncho, is that he's the engine. Like he helps this team go.
Yeah, I think underrated is such it's a term that it's tough to define because it's really how you rate somebody.
Well, I think it also with Josh Hart is he doesn't get talked about as much as the other stars on this team. And so in that sense, he is kind of underrated. But I think if you're a Knicks fan, you also know how valuable he is. So it's not like he's underrated.
2 things about those stats. Number 1, he is a great rebounder for his size. The triple-double thing in this day and age is completely out of whack. It's just not comparable to Walt Clyde Frazier's era.
Right.
And Walt Clyde is so proud of what he's accomplished that maybe he'd say it. I'll say it for him. It ain't the same.
It's not.
I'm just saying.
Well, it's not because you see so many 3-point shots. I mean, how many possessions do you see? They don't even set up in the half court. They just come down. Maybe there's a pass, maybe there isn't, and you see a shot go up.
Well, I'll give you 2
therefore, a smaller guard who just happens to be crashing the board when nobody else is in the paint gets rebounds.
Yes, that's one of it. Like the rebound numbers are completely out of whack. Like if you ever looked back at the 1960s, you'll see bigs getting like 25 rebounds a game, like absurd numbers.
Right.
And a part of that is the way the game was played. So most of those rebounds are being gobbled up by 7-footers, which is not the case anymore. The other thing, and this is true, I've seen it firsthand, they are liberal with assists that are handed out. It's basically a stat that's handed out a lot more liberally than it ever was 20, 30 years ago. That's not to take anything away from Josh Hart.
Right.
A triple-double is still an accomplishment. It's just not the same as it was 25 years ago. Al is in New Jersey. What's up, Al?
Hey, guys. How are you?
What's up, dude?
Good.
Ev, I love you, but I got to come at you with this one.
Go ahead.
I sent you an email to the Rico a little while back about Howie retiring, and I thought I would be getting a response right away. I'm just curious if you read it, and do you know at all what I'm talking about?
I don't, and I'll tell you why. I'll give you my excuse, Al, because I get – this is going to sound douchey, and I don't want to sound – I get so many of them.
Yeah,
and so
especially because the Mets are in a tough spot right now.
Yeah, like I get a crazy amount of emails, and so I read a bunch on the air, and sometimes the ones I read are all about timing, not necessarily that they're better than others. So I do apologize, but I'm just being honest. That's why I didn't see it.
Give us the Cliff Notes.
Yeah, what was the Cliff Notes?
No, so basically the idea was, I'm sorry to get dark and morbid on you guys, but basically the idea was with John's passing, I started getting a little sentimental about Howie, and I was reminiscing back that when I was a kid, I was really sick and I needed treatments twice a day. I used to schedule my treatments, the first one around Joe and Evan in the middays, and the second one around Mets baseball to listen to Howie Rose. So I was able to get through to you, or through the Rico, at least I thought I did.
Well, now you have. Now I hear you, and we appreciate it.
I'm glad you're doing better, Al.
Right, but now with John's passing, it was really sad with John's passing that people, all the accolades and people, all thoughts that people had, they came after he wasn't able to hear us. I would love to somehow be able to connect to Howie to be able to express all those thoughts before, he's no youngster either. I want to make sure he gets to hear them while he still is able to.
Do you go to Met games often, or are you not at Met games?
I actually do. I was recently, I was by this past, the last game of this homestand, and I go pretty often.
Yeah, what you got to do is, because Howie's great with this, is if you go underneath his booth, like he talks to people.
Ah, it's cool.
And you'd get that chance, especially if he comes out and he walks around, like you'll actually get a chance to meet him. So that would be my best advice in getting in touch with Howie, because he's around, man, especially all these home games. He does basically all the home games, and I know he would be very touched by that story. We are touched by that story. Very much appreciate it. I'm glad you're doing well. The thing is, and I think we tried to do this with John before he passed away, is we wanted to honor his life while he was still here.
Yeah.
So when he retired and then came back and retired again, I think we tried to honor him. I know we're doing that with Howie Rose, who will hopefully be on this earth for many, many more years, because he is right. You want to thank people for what they've done while they're here to hear you.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
By the way, Stacked Carton Show coming up. Dana White will be in studio at 2:30, and John Starks will be in studio at 4:30.
Starks, love him.
Okay. I'm glad you love him. I had a weird interaction with John Starks.
Really?
Yeah, you know he injured Kenny Anderson. Are you aware of that?
Okay, this was long before I cared, but
yeah.
go on.
So I told him, I'll never forgive you for injuring Kenny Anderson.
And what did he say?
Did not laugh.
He didn't?
I didn't do it on purpose.
He didn't offer you a cigar and say, hey, let's go chat, Evan.
No, he said Kenny Anderson was a bitch.
I think he was about to. No, he was like, I didn't do it on purpose. And
did he?
You ask kid Evan Roberts or adult Evan Roberts?
Start with a kid.
Oh, yeah, he injured him on purpose.
How?
No question.
How?
No question. It was intent. I think as an adult, I understand that sports is physical, and that I would hope that from one athlete to another, you never try to purposely injure someone.
No, I don't think you do.
You may go after soft spots like an injured arm.
I can't say that, because in the NFL, they try to injure guys. They don't anymore, because it's gotten a little bit softer, and those vicious, intentional, say after the play hits aren't there anymore. But early on, and probably into my career, some of these guys were trying to hurt you.
That's crazy. What I'd love to know from John Starks, because we speculated about this the other day, and I guess John would know the answer, is when all the Knick legends were on the road down in Atlanta.
Yeah, they traveled down there. It was awesome.
Were they flown down there, or did they go down on their own? Like, did Dolan say, come aboard my private jet, I'm taking everybody with me?
It's a good question, because there's a bunch of them.
Yeah, my guess is Dolan flies everybody down. Like, Dolan's got this, hey, once you're in the family, you're in the family. Now, if you break the family, you're dead to me.
Yeah.
Ask Charles Oakley about that.
It could have been a travel program. Like Mike Martucci has that with the Giants. He travels Big Blue travel, and he gets a group together and they all go. And sometimes he has former athletes. Like I know OJ does this for for Mike, and they go and they hang out with the fans. They go on these trips. So maybe that was it.
Oh, maybe.
So who knows? But it was awesome to see those guys supporting the team on the road. It's one thing to do it at home. It's another when you actually go on the road and do it.
That's right. Go down to Atlanta, and we'll probably see a lot of guys down in Philadelphia when they play Game 3 and Game 4 on Friday and Sunday, Mother's Day, which is just, dude, I had a nightmare about the lottery. It finally happened.
And?
I don't know the result. So I was sleeping last night, and so the lottery's right before the Knicks game. Knicks play at 3:30 on Sunday. The NBA lottery's at 3. And so I had this very vivid dream of all the picks being announced. And we got to number 5. Nets will still not picked yet, which is good. And I woke up. So I never got the answer. And I'm kind of glad I didn't get the answer.
I got to do it again.
All right, do me a random. Randomize me, baby.
Number 1.
Are you serious?
The Brooklyn Nets get the number 1 pick.
Holler!
Utah is 2, Indiana 3.
Yeah, that means nothing. I got all excited for a second.
Every time you bring up the lottery, I want to do the sim.
Pacers getting 3, they'll still be awesome next year.
Yeah. It just sucks that, yes, we won the lottery, but what does it actually mean?
Slag nut Nets.
Means nothing. Let's go to Big Blue Ant in Levittown. What's up, Big Blue Ant?
Hey, Ant.
What's up, fellas?
All's
Tiki,
good.
what's up, brother? How you been?
All's well, man.
Hey, I just wanted to say, Tiki, you know I love you. Marash is by far one of my favorites on the fan, and Evan, you've grown on me. I appreciate all you guys.
Appreciate it.
First of all, the Knicks losing Embiid for the night. Love it. Knicks are going to blow them out by 50. Number 2, I'm just wondering if you guys had heard anything about OBJ and possibly signing, if maybe it's just a contract thing, if it's going to happen. Third of all,
go ahead.
Just if you guys are okay with it, I want to promote my podcast. It's the Big Blue Ant podcast every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Check it out on YouTube.
Nice.
And with that, I'll let you guys answer.
Yeah. Thank you, Sean. Calm down.
Yeah.
There are other people who are allowed to have Giants podcasts. It's not just you, bro.
Hey, just make sure you promote Sean's podcast. Cross promote these things.
What's his again?
Talking Giants.
Big Blue Ant was his.
Big Blue Ant, Talking Giants. One Giant step.
Lots of Giants to talk about. And now the OBJ question, it's really interesting because felt like there was steam towards this happening. Just what I think the conclusion is going to be. I think if OBJ does end up signing with the New York Giants, it's going to be later. Something's gotta likely happen. So closer to training camp or maybe even in training camp. But this had some steam for a while and then it kind of just petered out.
Right.
Now I think part of that is because what Joe Shane and Don Aponte and John Harbaugh have been doing is loading up on their spots where they had some deficiencies in depth. Like they've basically signed every D tackle it seems like that has been available in free agency,
including DJ Reader yesterday.
DJ, who was fantastic with Detroit last year. And I read this article about how this has kind of been a masterclass for the Giants because they're taking every option that's available for every other team. And sign, all those guys aren't making this team, but they've signed them just to give themselves an opportunity to not replace Dexter Lawrence because you are not replacing Dexter Lawrence, but you're applying yourself with a lot of depth so that by committee you kind of can. And we know what the biggest issue was for the Giants defensively last year was stopping the run. And DJ Reader is one of those guys who is kind of elite in that nose tackle, sometimes 3 technique. Position for whatever team he's played on. So you got to give the Giants credit, forget the draft, but for what they've done in free agency and then after the draft in free agency.
You think they end up signing Odell?
My gut is going to be yes, but it's going to be later.
Yeah.
It's going to be later.
It seems like and I know the DJ Reader thing had more to do with waiting until after the draft from a comp pick formula.
Right.
But it feels like there's a lot of smoke, and then you have to wait, and then you get what you're kind of expecting.
Right.
So I almost assume that with Odell Beckham Jr. Now, as far as tonight's basketball game is concerned, let us make our official Game 2 predictions. I'd like to start it off by telling you that tonight isn't going to be easy, the more I've thought about it. Mm-hmm. And by thinking about it, it's really been the last 15, 20 minutes digesting the fact that Joel Embiid truly is what Tiki Barber says he is, and he's not going to play today. And I do think, weirdly enough, Philadelphia is going to benefit about this defensively because Joel Embiid was a problem defensively.
He's a liability.
He's slow, and he's somebody the Knicks were clearly hunting on the pick and roll. So I think that what Nick Nurse does to adjust is obviously going to be pivotal. But I think the Sixers will actually be a little bit better defensively because of Embiid not being there. And I do expect a big performance by Tyrese Maxey. And I think that eventually, the Knicks are going to have a game in which they don't shoot the lights out.
Right.
So I think the Knicks are going to win game 2. But I think they go into the fourth quarter trailing. I think you get yourself a little bit of a scare.
Yeah.
But I think you escape and you win this game by a final score of 109-103. So I don't think you cover the number. It's a close game. It's a gutty game. You win the game. But I think tonight the Philadelphia 76ers scare you.
Yeah, I think the 76ers keep this one close. I do think the Knicks win as well and defend the home court advantage that they have. But I think it's going to be a tight game as well. I can't see the 76ers just laying down.
Let us see what Sean Morash has in his brain.
118-92, Knicks cruise.
Easy Nick victory.
Easy, lay it up.
Is it wire to wire? Do they ever trail past the 6-minute mark of the first quarter?
Nope. Another blowout.
Wow. All right, so we all have the Knicks going up 2-0, but we have it happening in very different ways. Tune in tomorrow, and we'll talk all about it. Like I mentioned, Dana White coming up with Craig and Big Mac at 2:30, John Starks at 4:30, so you want to keep it right here on WFAN all day. If you've missed any of our show, you can always rerun the free Odyssey app or download the Evan and Tiki podcast. Tomorrow, 10 a.m., we're here. What about you? We'll talk to you then.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
The Oklahoma City Thunder just sent a loud message to the rest of the West. Last night, they dismantled the Lakers 108-90 to take a 1-0 lead in the semifinals. Chet Holmgren, he was an absolute force, dropping 24 points and 12 boards, while the defense held LeBron to a quiet second half. The team is young, they're fast, and right now, they look like the team to beat. I'm Addie Bates.